Well, I have to see what I look like.
You already look
I
good.
took
You
my
look.
bun down.
You look beautiful, baby. You took your bun down?
Yeah, do you like it?
Why would you take your bun down?
Because I was looking funky.
Baby buns. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's a little.
Are we actually live or no?
Yeah, we're live. Why?
I'm trying to remember what that guy is from.
I have no idea, my girl. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. You know that song that they used to play behind all things on TikTok? Yeah, we're live.
What?
What's up, guys? We've engaged in our clickbait. What's up, guys? How are you today? What is this? I wanted to do the Discord. D-I-S-C-O-R-D.
Oh, the Lost. That's what I know. I want you to watch that. My mom's also watching Ozark. And, the plot seems pretty good.
Ozark? You want to watch Ozark?
No, not Ozark.
I've watched Ozark.
Outlander.
I loved, what is Outlander?
I don't know.
I loved Ozark.
Where's my mic sound?
In your butt. Talk.
I'm talking.
Talk louder.
No.
Me, my, mo, moo. Do that.
No.
Me, my, mo, moo. Me, my, mo, me, my, mo, moo. Here we go. Me, my, mo, moo. Me, my, mo, moo. Me, my, mo, moo.
Why did you do it to that song?
Cause it's a meme, and I get memes stuck in my head. I'm a horrible memer. I'm meme boy. How's everybody doing today? Oh God, I'm so itchy. I sound like Jordan Peterson. Me, my, Momu. Brothers. I don't know. I can't really do Jordan Peterson. How are you guys doing? How was everybody today? We're gonna call this our pre-show, the 10-minute pre-show. How you like that?
Pretty good.
That's how, and then we'll get into it at that 10-minute mark. What's going on, guys? How are you? They said it sounded pretty good.
I have so much fresh produce that I bought, so
Why?
so we could eat it.
No, that's so we could eat it. So we have to eat it.
Yes.
Like carrots? I'll have some carrots.
The carrots are old. I bought zucchini, yellow squash, 2 things of asparagus.
Okay, I'll eat that.
And pineapple, which will probably turn the fastest.
Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense.
So we can make shish kebabs. I bought metal things.
That's cool. All right, I'm excited for shish kebab boobs.
You look so white.
Are you insulting me?
No, I'm just pointing out that you look very white.
Are you insulting me right now?
The height difference between us? Like a foot?
Yeah, I'm like a foot taller. She's in a higher chair. I'm still taller. My back hurts. Oh, this is comfortable. Wow. I could go to sleep.
I'm exhausted,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. Hey, this is good. I'm gonna push you through today. Don't worry.
I just have to write 2 monthlies for consulting and then 4 of my own and all of my other work.
Hey, girl.
Not bad, girl. That's extra work.
Okay. All right. Me, may, my, mo, moo. I'm 6 foot and my fiance is 5'9". That's not bad. That's not too bad.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
I kind of want souvlaki.
What is souvlaki?
Greek.
Where would we get souvlaki from?
I don't know. The place I like to get it closed.
Oh, so then how are we gonna get souvlaki?
I don't know. They have it at diners.
Maybe we'll go to a diner. I might be open to that.
Be careful with me.
Yeah. You know. He's gay? Are you gay too? Your boyfriend's gay? You expired, you just started a Squishmallow collection? Wow.
You want to buy mine?
I gotta get a wedge out. Alright.
I went to a squish meet today with 3 leaf bags full of Squishmallows. I did not sell one thing.
No, they made fun of her.
Yeah, they did, because they tried to sell me one this big for $12. Absolutely not.
My wife has no opinion on his Nick is Not Green. She's not a commentary YouTuber. Okay?
What is that?
It's a person on YouTube that's just dog shit. You don't want to get into it.
I probably literally don't.
No, you don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't want. We're not getting into like the drama stuff, you know. But what we will do is we will start the show now, with the end of Papa Gut.
Are we gonna do an official start? Like you said, you want to. Your smile looked handsome.
That was the official smart.
All right, ready?
Oh, you want to do an official?
Hey, everybody! Happy Sunday! Welcome back to Rob and Dan.
Okay. That was pretty good. How are you today?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really. I'm just a little tired.
No, I'm so tired. I only slept like 4 hours.
Yeah, that makes sense. Me too.
I'm so tired. Oh, and all of the Squishmallows are still in my car.
I should probably get those out of the car. You didn't sell any, right?
None.
Bad girl.
Not one. I'm so irritated. But I sold the giant Yoda that used to live back here.
Yeah.
You'll probably... She'll
for
come
what?
get it up.
How much?
40.
Oh, okay. How much is it worth? Like 100?
Ours doesn't have a tag, and some
I don't
people
care.
are
I'm just wondering how much it was worth.
Some people are selling it for like 60, but like ours doesn't have a tag.
So you're telling me it's probably like 80 to 100, and I'm fine with 40. It's fine.
It's going to my cousin's friend for her daughter.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Good
and
for
someone
them.
wants the blue mouse, which she is. So I got to put that
one was
together
cute.
for them.
That was a cute one.
Yeah.
So we're back. 3rd week in a row back after the month. We're starting to build traction again. That's fun. Gaining some new followers. Our segments are doing better. We're popping off a little bit. It feels nice. Okay, it feels pretty good. We had a pretty good week. But I know a lot of people see that the stream is titled "The End of Papa Gut." Of course, what we're referring to is the conversation around reaction streamers. Maybe a little clickbaity, baby. But you know what? Why not? This is a different feel. This isn't the Papa Gut channel where I'm all serious. We're just having fun. We're being a little loose. But I wanted to talk about reaction content in like a different way. That my other channel is mostly just reaction, so I figured why not talk about it here? What reaction content? I know that you're not super invested, but I feel like you not being invested is what I want, because there's a lot of perspectives on the internet, but nobody that doesn't care is weighing in. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're the normal person, because I think that a lot of the reaction conversation is driven by a very small amount of people who like care too much. I feel like most people don't care in general, and then I think that there's fewer people. Like from a number of people wise, most people don't care. Then there's people who like the content, and then there's some people who hate it. And like, you know, we got the hate perspective. Oh, it's terrible, blah 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 blah. You are like you don't really have an investment. Obviously, my people they like reaction content. But there might be a little bit of a shift in either direction. Honestly, this might just push reaction content more if nothing happens. You know what I mean?
You think more?
If anything, I mean, it's like one of those things where, well, I don't know, because I feel like reaction content is the easiest content to make, but then it's also the hardest content to hit. Because you're like sitting down talking over a video, and like you have to be somebody that people really want to listen to for that to matter enough for you to make a career out of it.
Yeah.
You know? And I think a lot of the people and like, I'm not trying to like, listen, I don't know if I think I'm decently intelligent. I took an IQ test, 120.
When did you do that?
I was I think like 6 months ago. It was an internet one.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's a high if it's true. I also took another one. It says I have autism.
Did you really?
Yeah.
When did you do it?
The first question was, do you like My Little Pony? I'm kidding. No, listen. But one time I watched a My Little Pony documentary, and literally, they were like everything that they were talking about. I was like, oh my god! Like they all seemed. A lot of the adults that like that show seemed to have autism, which is not. There's no problem with that. And then I did a test, and it said that I might be, which is probably not true.
I was gonna say I want you to take an autism test.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll do that. We'll do that next stream. You find a decent one.
Okay.
And I hope I have it because I think I would be a good representative of the greatest community alive.
I love people with autism.
I mean, you do.
They're
you
my
literally
favorite
work with
people.
them. I know, right? Hey, that's why
Just
we're married.
kidding. I think my favorite people are people with Down syndrome, but
That's true.
autism is a close second.
Yeah, well, you work with both of them, so
Yeah.
it's a good thing you're passionate. Anyway, let's start the reaction part. Let's actually get to the reaction stuff. So here's the thing. First and foremost, what I want to do is establish like what reaction content is, because you asked me like what is like off stream. You were like, what even is reaction content? Like the other day when we were driving the car.
I feel like I asked that, but I think my question was more of what is not reaction content.
Well, that's the thing is reaction content on its face is anything from literally turning a video on and just making fart sounds while it's playing to like just watching a video and then talking about it after in a separate video. And then there's so much stuff in between where people will sometimes take clips that they feel represents certain aspects of the video that they watched and respond to those. Then there's people like me who react to the entire video. And I enjoy reacting to the entire video. Obviously it's easier, but one of the things is it's hard to take people out of context intentionally. So like if I make a mistake, you know, you could see that I made a mistake in my interpretation of what somebody had said. And I like that more. And I think that's one of the great benefits. I also think that there's two different types of reaction content. There's reaction content for, I would call it conversational reactions versus entertainment reactions, right? So conversational reactions is, hey, we're watching a video about a social, political topic or some kind of a topic in like that. We're watching a Ben Shapiro video or a Destiny video, and we're giving commentary on like the conversation. So we're basically having the conversation with a video versus entertainment content, such as like a Chris Chan, 78-part documentary. Where you're watching it and you're commenting on it, but it's not really conversational. I got through 70 episodes. I can't. I don't have it in me. I don't think I have it in me to do more.
How much more is left?
I have like 8 episodes left.
Just 8?
Yeah.
That's actually not terrible.
It's crazy.
You shouldn't maybe do it.
I don't know. Maybe we should do it. We should watch all
Absolutely
of them
not.
One episode per stream. And
Absolutely not.
But that's anyway. Those are the two different types. I feel like most of it centralizes around the entertainment reaction type. Nobody really, this is the thing. There's a huge community of like social political streamers. They don't care, or social political commentary creators. They don't care if people react to their stuff. Like that's the goal. Because, and I think this is one of the things, this is kind of like, I have a couple of notes on my phone. I'm not like texting or anything. This is the thing, is I feel like the conversation's gotten so hyperbolic, and I think most of it centralizes around the fact that it's like low effort. More than anything necessarily bad. Because first and foremost, let's focus on the conversation there, or the reactor-reactee dynamic. I don't think both benefit. I genuinely feel like both. I think that obviously you should transform it enough. I say, like, as long as when you're watching the video, you add enough. It doesn't have to be good commentary, because that's subjective. But as long as it's enough to transform the video, to transform the aura of the video. You know what I mean? The feeling of the video. That's what I'd say. That's what I would say. It's like when you marry a girl and she's like 120 pounds and then she gains 80 pounds. It's still the same girl, but do you really want to be married to that fat bit? No,
what the fuck are you talking
I don't
about?
know. But it's like, it's a change. Enough of a transformation so that it's not a market replacement. Because a lot of people talk about how a reaction to a video, like we're gonna say, let's imagine a video. What's an imagined video that you have?
I'm lost.
Like, okay, let's say you have a video and it's gorillas jerking off, and I react to it. Now there's two videos. There's the gorillas doing, they're beating it, and then there's Papa Gut beating it to the gorillas beating it, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you watch my video, you wouldn't really have to watch the main video. But I don't think that makes it a market substitute, because if you're looking to watch the video about gorillas beating it, you're not going to go to my video. Does that make sense? It's
you're going to your video to hear
They're going to my video to hear what I have to say about gorillas beating it. But if you're just looking to watch the gorillas, but you're not going to watch my video. And so I think that makes it transformative enough where, like, yeah, I think that makes it transformative enough. Will there be some overlap there where some of the people who are a fan of the creator who, for some reason compiled compilations and, deep commentary on gorillas beating it? Sure. And me, probably. I feel like that's a big crossover. Me and gorillas jerking off. But for the most part, I think that's mitigated by the introduction of a new audience from the React streamer or the reaction content creator to that other person, and vice versa. I think it's a mutually beneficial arrangement. I would love it for people to react to our stuff. I even mentioned it to Brittany Simon to react to one of our segments, because reacting to it, that just introduces a new audience. I'd be great. I would love that. People talk about the financial split. To me, it's like, exposure is pretty big. Some people talk about adding some kind of a split, and I don't really care about the revenue split thing, the conversation. I just don't give a shit about it. I just think it's a positive interaction between both the reactor and the reactee, generally speaking, as long as you know where it's coming from. Like, credit the person.
Yeah.
They should know where it comes from, which I always do. I always have done. I always announce. I usually will try to announce, this is who we're talking about. Here's where it's from. I have it in the description of all that. As long as you do that, and then what Jubilee videos are?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've created their entire channel, their very popular channel, off of a reaction ecosystem structure. Like, that's one of the reasons why they're so popular, is because they want people to react. Like, Hassan reacts to them, and they want Hassan to come on because he reacts. People take it's buzz, it's energy, yada yada yada.
Interesting. I never thought of it like that.
It's a bit like reaction. People reacting to stuff introduces people to a new audience. Like, I would have no problem with people reacting. That'd be phenomenal as long as they add a bit. If they just re-upload it, obviously you're annoying, but you react to it. It's an introduction of a new audience. I would argue even if they watched the video and they had their face on the screen, if people liked them, because that audience probably isn't my audience, that might throw a few people at me, So here's all I have to say. I react to Destiny, Nab, and Preach videos, and they are very popular. So why do you think that is? Because I'm reacting. In fact, I reacted so hard they stole my audience. Okay, I'll just... But no, I think that the reaction is positive. But where people have an issue with after that, that's been satisfied, that conversation?
Where?
It's the overall YouTube view allotment, if that makes sense.
No, that's a lot of words.
I just trying to sum it up into something quickly. A lot of people will have an issue with there's a limited amount of viewership on YouTube, right? Any platform has a number of users and a number, you know what I mean? And so what they say is okay, so if somebody makes a video about gorillas beating it and I react to it, that's another video in the algorithm, which takes away views from other people who put more effort into their work. Now, does it make sense?
I'm computing.
Yeah, so
So you're saying that
stealing some of yours.
Basically the premise, is that the word? The premise is that they're saying your video if there's 3 videos on YouTube, your video doesn't deserve to be one because you're reacting to one of 2 other videos on YouTube.
It's more,
so it's taking up space where another original video can't be put.
Yes, that's what exactly. It takes away the potential viewership for another video. And so I first of all say scope.
I was gonna say my question would be okay, don't be mad that somebody rather hear me talk over your video instead of what your actual video is.
Well, not even your video. Don't be mad that somebody wants to rather hear me talk over someone else's video than the video that you put effort into. Because that's the reality. Is that I think that there are people who just like reaction stuff or commentary, like people in my chat, because a lot of people are they like to listen to somebody else talk about it and they hear the thoughts and the perspectives, and they liked having someone like a dad just pause constantly and explain what's going on. I think there's a lot of lonelier people because of the internet. I could argue that I'm one of them, and it's something that's a fun watch for everybody. And so I think that if reaction was gone, I don't think all those people are staying. I think those people would just maybe watch a podcast. If anything, I would argue that reaction YouTubers on YouTube pull more overall viewership to YouTube. And after they finish watching a Papa Gut video, if they're bored, they're going to get a recommended video, which might be another one of my videos, hopefully. And if it's not, you should be rewatching them. Or it's some other random video that's like adjacent to mine, and people are like, oh, I got introduced to a new content creator. I think that there's like an overall benefit, because just because reactions are gone doesn't mean that like people are like, okay, I guess I don't like reaction content anymore. I guess I don't like hearing people talk anymore. I'm gonna go watch a fucking FNAF lore video. I don't know.
I feel
okay
like reaction content has become another word in my life.
Okay.
Where I hear it.
Okay.
And I automatically don't care about what somebody has to say.
Why?
Like if they're like, oh, reaction content. I'm like, okay, like I don't want to hear your opinion. I don't want to hear what you're saying about anything. Because like I said, I like watch your content. And to me, like I said the other day, like you should stop calling yourself reaction.
Well, you said stop calling yourself like a content creator or a reaction streamer. You said call myself a conversationalist.
Yeah. Because like you're watching something and then having a conversation around it.
Yeah.
What I think needs to be stopped are the people who like watch a video like they like, is it Stitch, whatever, where the two screens are here, and the one time then the video is playing and that's what you're paying attention to, but the dumbass is sitting there like this, like, oh.
I know what you're.
I hate them. Like I
people
literally
who are just like making faces.
I literally hate them. Or the people who like, especially like cooking videos, because I love a cooking ASMR video. Yeah. Like be silent. Let me hear your whisk hit in the bowl. Like all that stuff. The camera is really messed up. And
I'll fix it in a second. Sorry.
I hate the people that are like, oh, okay, so we're putting some salt in the bowl. We're doing some of this. Oh, we're doing some of this. That's unnecessary, because still in that instance we're still purely trying to watch the other video. Or I hate it when I get like the sneak attack where it's like the whole video and it's really on TikTok, and then you notice some guy is like this big at the bottom of the screen. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
they'll have themselves like hidden at the bottom.
Yeah,
because again, you're still watching that product that they're
and
like
they're not
stitching, whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's some people too, because if you stitch or duet, it doesn't like give you the full like viewership in some capacity. It's so hard to explain. I'm trying to find some like a relevant video. I think you'll find a little bit funny. It's only like a moment of it that we're gonna watch. But yeah, they'll download it. They'll just put themselves like really tiny, so it's like, oh, it's my video, but they're not actually adding anything to the video except themselves to make it seem like they were doing something. Okay, I want to watch like it's not this full thing. I watched this video yesterday for entertainment purposes, and like it's just relevant, so just put your earbuds in.
Where are they?
They're in earbud heaven. It's a Flash Gets video. I never watched them before. Funny enough, I watched some of their videos through TikTok, and then when they showed up on my YouTube, I was familiar with them, so it made me want to actually watch it. I watched like 5 of their videos yesterday while I was doing work. But I want to just play this real quick. You have it, man? It's so the video itself's like 3 minutes. We're only gonna watch like a minute of it. Okay, this is what you're talking about.
We're reacting.
No. We don't have to react because we're not watching the whole thing. Don't worry. We are kind of. Just watch. Oh, it's in like a fucking some other language. Ah! This ruins the entire tempo of what I was trying to do. That's it, guys. It's over. We're ending this stream. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Here we go. Oh my god. Wait, what are we doing? Alright, hold on. Oh my god, I'm having like a fucking I'm struggling.
Is it gonna end our stream?
No, it's not gonna end our stream. It's just I'm gonna end myself. Alright, so I watched this. It's supposed to just be like a little video. It's basically like a TikTok thing. You don't have to know the full context. We're just gonna watch 2 parts of it. You ready? Okay.
Everyone needs to get off my back. My big baby is beautiful and healthy.
Do you like those videos?
Come on.
I can't hear you.
You want to grow up to be a strong boy? You need to drink your pea protein isolate.
So it's basically what you're referring to is the people that would take that video And they would just react to it themselves, doing this, putting themselves there.
Yeah.
Damn, that was crazy. Anyway, y'all know what it is. Follow your boy for more epic reactions.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
That's what you're talking about, right? I think
Yes.
that's what you're talking about. All of that just for like 30 seconds of a bit that I wanted to do. Yeah.
So those are the people that need to really be stopped. But then my question is always like, what is not reaction content? Because how does what you're doing differ from like the news or like a daily show or whatever?
The argument is that like they're not watching the entirety of like a particular piece of media. But also when it comes to the news, I think that when it comes to DMCA and like copyright law, there's a different standard onto the news because it's news. So it's much more loose guidelines around that. So nobody's really debating news reactions and stuff. They're really just debating video reactions. Why?
Debate what the news is presenting?
No, they're not. They're debating what the news is presenting, but they're not debating the specifics of how you should interact as a reaction content creator in relation to watching the news. So there's more leeway with how you react. Nobody cares about.
What about Rob Deerdeck?
Who's that?
Ridiculousness.
Yeah, I mean,
that's actually more like the people I should be getting rid of.
I feel like I don't. Yeah, maybe I don't care about TikTok reactions because we're talking about like reactions to what, like 10-second videos. You know, so people that like complain about Sniper Wolf, you probably don't know who she is. It doesn't matter. She watches a bunch of TikToks and she goes, "Wow, that's crazy," but like I don't care. She puts like 10 together and she goes, "Wow, that's crazy," and she gets like millions of views. We should do that. But anyway, I don't care about that because it's 10-second clips compiled. I don't care. She should credit them, which she doesn't. That's the issue, but. That's the only issue I have with that. I don't really care about those. But yeah, I mean, I had something else to say. Let me see. Damn, I forgot.
My opinion. Ready?
I'm ready.
This is what we should make the merch say.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Which is your face, an outlined version of your face saying, I don't care.
But like for real, like why? Like I don't know. Like especially if it comes to somebody like you, like who else is a reaction? Is there anybody else? Like I don't know.
Is there what?
You're saying Hassan is like a reaction
person?
Like
there's a lot of people. Well, that's the thing is there's a lot. There's plenty. There's like Hassan, this guy named XQC. There's a lot of different people who do react. Asmongold. You know, when it comes to people who specifically react to a full video, there's not a lot of them that gain popularity because people don't want to tune in unless they feel you have something important to say.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even very popular anymore, but the only reason that people ever started watching me was because I was big on TikTok. Like, and then I was able to take that and like, you know, create an audience and all that. But like, you know, Asmongold is a huge WoW streamer. XQC used to be a professional like video game player. Hassan is a fucking cuck. Like, you know, people. That's what it comes down to. You know, Destiny reacts to, but you know, and it's not most of his content. Either way, I think that the whole conversation is like overblown. Oh, I know that the last thing I wanted to have a conversation with you now. In my head, I have to talk about it. Some people have compared reacting to a YouTube video to reacting to like a movie and like what the difference between those two things would be. And like if you and I wonder what like you think about that. You know, like you're okay. I'm okay with reacting to any whatever YouTube video, but then like when it comes to a movie, I think that's a little different.
Explain more. Are you saying like watching a movie?
Like let's say I watched like a movie. Like I watched The Little Mermaid and then I reacted to it. So we took like the 2-hour runtime, made it like 3 hours.
Okay, like a commentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about that? You don't care.
No, what are you saying is
I'm saying
why are people comparing it?
They're comparing it. They're saying like, okay, so if you think that you can react to a YouTube video, then do you also think you can react to a movie? And then like, but the movies have copyright. Here's my thing. Anybody that I react to could just say don't react to me anymore. But nobody does seem to do that. I think that there's like a benefit to the reaction, and like that's kind of the ecosystem of YouTube where it's like, you know, there's no buy-in to make a YouTube video. You could just make a YouTube video. When it comes to a movie, you have to get like a movie studio, like hundreds or whatever, like all these actors.
Yeah, aren't you able to submit claims on your videos? Like, do you have to be a certain somebody to do it?
No, and most reactors, I don't have it in my description, but like every other reactor, it has a thing that says like, if you want us to take this down, just email me here. Oh yeah, you could reach out to me on Instagram if you want me to take it down. I think one person reached out to me once. I think it was like Internet Anarchist or Archivist or something, and he was just like, "Hey, can you change the title of your video to specifically reflect that it's reaction?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, like, that wasn't a big deal."
I don't know. I feel like advocate for yourself or go cry about it.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, that's the thing is that a lot of people respond with like, "Well."
So are you saying that it's people that aren't involved are having an opinion?
Kind of. Well, this is the thing, is that I've never really seen any smaller streamers or any reaction people or any videos ever complain about people reacting to their stuff. But I do see bigger content creators who don't do reactions complain about it, because I think that really the argument boils down to they are upset that it's low effort content. I think that there's a level of like jealousy for that, and they could do it too. Like it's not like these content creators couldn't. They could make their own react channel and be very successful. But I think that there's part of that. I think that there's a kind of almost like a purist mentality when it comes to YouTube with like, no, this is how you're supposed to do it. And it's like things are changing. Technology's changing. To be honest with you, there probably could be a benefit to somebody reacting to the entirety of Little Mermaid in some capacity when it comes to, you know, spreading advocation for that particular piece of media and maybe making people, you know, more likely to go engage in like a Disney Plus subscription or something.
Imagine if we could make reaction content to The Walking Dead.
We could. We just couldn't watch the full thing.
That would be so good.
But I think that's one thing too, is that the reason that a lot of these other studios is that they haven't figured out a way to like monetize it correctly. But also the internet's new. So like I was
going to say, I think that it's behind. I think that's what it is.
I think so too. Like I think like if Disney did a thing where like if they had like a whole implementation of something where it's like you can react to our full video and we just going to take like 20% of your revenue. You know? And the thing is I don't think anybody would want to watch people react to Disney though. Because there's nothing to really react to. Whereas like when you react to a piece, like especially what I was talking about before, like what do they call it? Like a conversation piece, a conversational reaction. Like there's something to engage with. It's like ideas are going back and forth, you know.
I think that like there is some validity to the conversation about like how like copyrighted music, you can't just play movies, even like books or articles, or like because you can't what's it called, like plagiarizing like from stuff, you know. So there is like that, but like you are like, I think there should be an expectation to cite sources. And I guess like one of my other questions that would like be considered in this conversation is like, okay, so then what are you putting your video out for? Because
what do you mean by that?
Like if you're reacting to a video, the video was created and put out.
Okay. So
why did the person put it out? Are they putting it out to educate people? Are they putting it out there to like have a conversation on something?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds like
I feel like the purpose of movies is for you to sit there and watch it. I don't know. I don't think I'm having good words.
No. I think I know what you're saying. It sounds like what you're saying is, what is the intention of what you're doing? Are you reacting to it because you want to add like something to the social conversation? Or are you reacting to it just so that you can make...
No, I'm not saying the reactor. I'm saying the person who put out the video that's getting reacted to.
Oh, okay. I understand now. Like, what is your intention as the creator of the video when you put it out, and does that have an impact on whether it's appropriate or not to react to it?
Yeah, because like our purpose of sitting here and doing this is to like share our ideas that we think like could impact people, in hopefully a positive way, or at least get their like, you know, brains going to think of something. So if you want to have a conversation based on our conversation, like, yeah, like that's what I want.
Right. I see what you're saying. So if you're somebody that's like, oh, hey, I am trying to put like a piece of media out there to incite or to create a social conversation, that would be something obviously people should react to. But maybe if I'm just doing a video about some kind of a particular thing, like I know what you're saying, You know, if I get what you're saying, there's like an intention, like what is the goal of it? And if the goal is to have a social conversation, then that should be a more appropriate reaction.
Yeah.
But that's what I was talking about. So, conversational content. Yeah, I agree with that. I think as long as you just overall, as long as you can provide enough to transform the video at its core, like the soul of the video, I think it's fine. Like I think it's part of the YouTube buy-in. I think it's part of the culture and the structure. I think it's fun. I think it's more personal. I think it's interesting. I think that it's beneficial to the person who reacts and the person who gets reacted to. I don't care about the other people who might be making like really high effort content, because high effort doesn't mean that you're doing a good job. Like that's the reality of the situation. Like high effort can mean like, then if you do high effort and a good job, you get more views than somebody who just does a good job, right? You know, frankly, if I did do some editing on my stuff, it probably would hit harder. I don't care. Like I just like doing the way they do it. But at the end of the day, I don't really care about the third person who may not get as many views, because the people who are watching me as a reaction content creator, they're like wouldn't be interested probably in whatever you're putting out there, but they might be interested in like what, especially for reactors. I feel like the audience for somebody like myself is like different and stronger than the audience for somebody who watches somebody make like a compilation thing or something else. You know what I mean? Because like I'm somebody, it's more personal here. Like I'm talking to the camera, and then on the stream I talk to the people. Whereas like if you made like, again, Gorilla's beating off, you're not really reacting to you're not really having a strong social audience. You're kind of just like, oh wow, look at this jerk off festival.
My question would be like, if you are somebody like advocating against reaction content, then my question is, what is the alternative? What should these people?
They already have one.
What is it?
It's to just do more editing to the video so that like you don't use the full amount of the video of the other person. So what they want you to do is like when you watch a video, they want you to just take the core moments of that video and then react, and then like cut that out, and then like add that to your video and then react to it. So like let's say I'm gonna make a video and there's 3 core points to it. They want me to take that and react to just that. But my thing is that like when people say that it's gonna be replaced, doesn't that replace it too? Like if I'm doing,
still reacting. Well,
it is still reacting, but they feel like, well, this is the thing. They feel like somehow that type of reaction isn't going to take away, like I guess, views from the other video, but it will, because my thing is that let me do it for instance. If I'm doing a social conversation video on somebody else and I react to it and cut it up, they're still not going to watch the main video. For the most part, my audience is, if they were going to watch that video, they would have already watched it, and then they'll come and watch me watch it again.
Yes.
There might be some people who wait for me to watch it, but for the most part, they're going to watch that and they're like, oh, Papa got talked about it too. Let me watch that again. If I cut it down and just talked about the main points, they're still not going to go and watch it. They're going to take my word for it that I interpreted that video correctly. I know this for a fact because when I used to do shit on TikTok, where I was very popular, I would take people's shit and I would just react to it. And nobody was going and watching the fucking full video. They would just they would trust my summary of it, and then they would go, okay. And I know that, especially because as I got to a point where people were bullying the people I would react to, where I would just download their video instead of stitch it and put it in the corner, explain what it was about, and then give you my take on it. Nobody was going and watching the main video again. And that was in fucking 15 to 30 second videos. They won't even do enough as much as to do that. They're not going to go and watch the other video. Like you're not, if anything, yeah, maybe you have longer runtime, but nobody is going to watch the original video regardless. Like when I watch an Ab and Preach video on fucking Fresh and Fit, I'm not watching through their 3.5 hour live stream to get like the context of what's going on. I'm going to trust them to accurately display the information, and you know what I mean? So like nothing's really getting taken. Nobody was going to go watch that main video anyway. You know, it's just a new audience being introduced, a new audience of different people that like different content coming into the YouTube's atmosphere, potentially getting introduced to other content creators that they might go and watch, getting other people in there, whether it's specifically the video that's being reacted to or other videos that go into their feed. It's only good for the culture of like YouTube in general, and it's just a new type of content. That's what I think. What do you think about? Well, go ahead. You had a thought.
I'm not for or against this cause.
Yeah, I know. Like you don't really care. Me, honestly, if it happened where like it ended, I would just change my structure.
Yeah.
I would, you know, either I get a real job and I would focus on this as our main stuff on like the weekends, or I would just change my structure and I'd like watch a video offline and then blah 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 blah. You know, I maybe even cut up the pieces of it and then bring it onto a stream in almost like a podcast form, and then just do a live react to the bits that I cut up. That's how I would. That's probably like that's. I've been thinking about that just in case something does happen. What do you think about reactions that don't add any additional runtime, but you jerk off to it and you post it on Pornhub?
Like, well, I don't know what, like a
if I
tribute?
Like, yeah, like a tribute video. I'd personally be okay with somebody making a tribute video of me on Pornhub. It'd be like a femboy tribute.
What?
Femboy tribute, like a femboy tributing the
like
video.
you being a femboy?
No, like them being a femboy jerking off to my video. What? Listen, the ancient, like the Romans, they had a perspective on sexuality that as long as you were on top, that was straight. So it's not gay to fuck femboys.
Okay.
Or anybody for that matter. Because like that's a very masculine thing that you're doing.
Okay.
So I don't know what do you think about that?
Nothing.
All right. End scene. That was fun.
You're so ridiculous.
That was fun. That was a little more robust than I thought it was going to be. I know that was more of a me talking conversation, but
That's okay. I smell fire.
yeah, you know I do too.
I'm hoping it's outside since it wasn't in the house the other night.
Maybe it's just the hot fire I was spitting on my perspective.
I apologize for my distraction a bit during that.
Why?
I
What were you
did
doing?
get a text from work.
Oh, what happened?
Asking me to go to Disney in September.
For free? Would they pay for it?
I'd be working 24 hours for like a whole week.
Wow. Do you want to do that?
Absolutely not.
Damn.
So I'm trying to, while you were talking, I apologize again for being distracted. I was trying to figure out how to expand my answer beyond no.
This way you say no, thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, I don't want to do that. You just say no, thank you. How does that sound?
Yeah.
But no, I understand that. Would you be? What would you be getting paid, like DSP salary? What would the pay be? I'm just curious.
I think my vacation time plus DSP.
What do you mean your vacation time?
My vacation time.
You have to use it? Why would you use your vacation time if you're in Disney with them?
Because I'm a BIS and not a DSP.
Yeah, but wouldn't you just get paid the DSP rate?
For, I guess, like, beyond my 8 hours. I'm not fucking doing it.
I'm curious. I'm confused. You're saying that you would have to use vacation time
To be out of work.
Then why the fuck would you want to go? So because you're not a DSP, they would make you use vacation time for your normal stuff, but then pay you the DSP wage? None of that makes any sense. Why would they even bother asking you for that?
Because nobody else.
Well, tell them that you'll do it if you...
I'm not doing it. I'm not spending my
don't.
time in Disney running around with... Do you know who I would be assigned to?
Who?
My girl.
Oh, this would be crazy.
Yeah. I'm not dealing with all of that shit.
Okay.
I have a person that I support. I've been with her for like 4 years now. She lived in one house and then she moved to another house. I love her.
Yeah.
She's 25 years young. She lives it up and she lives it up too much. She's going to ruin my time at Disney and I'm not dealing with it.
You tell them that you are a purist of Disney and you will not let anybody ruin that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
I would do it. I wouldn't care.
Oh, I'd have to share a hotel room with her. I'd be worried about her eloping during the middle of the night.
Yeah, I get that.
Running off with boys in Disney.
Oh,
I couldn't
all
drink.
right.
I'm not doing it.
Whoa, just tell them that. You can't drink.
Craziness.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right. Ooh bop jibba dop ba doo bop dibby do da doo dop dibba dop ba boo. Do you remember them?
Hanson.
You think you say I'm handsome?
Yeah.
I'm handsome. All right, guys. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It is my wife's reaction to Lizzo being Lizzo. And we have a little bit of updated information in case people missed like my video. Maybe I'll put it in the description. Whatever. Who cares? This is the Robin Dan. I'm a little curious about what you think about this. I'm going to leave the Patreons on. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, cool. We share. All right. So there's a lawsuit of Lizzo, and in my opinion, they're using the meanest looking pictures of her.
There's one where you have something up where it's 1, 2, 3, and that third. Here we are being mean again.
What's happening here? Why is it not like? Still phenomenal. Okay. Oh, what is happening? Well, that works, but then your audio's not working. Okay.
Mine isn't.
Okay, we're good. Sorry, little weird picture. Anyway, I feel like this is a mean picture. What were you saying?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you were saying that this is. I just feel like this is like a mean. I don't know. This is just. It's not like their outfit necessarily, although it's like a pomegranate. But it's more of like the still that they got. You know what I mean? They picked it at the worst time.
Yeah.
That's like if they picked a shot of me, like have it like doing like a tick, and then somebody screenshot that, and I was like this. You know. So anyway, she's getting sued for a few different things by former dancers who are accusing her that she's kind of a meanie head. And so I've already read through this, and so like I'm just gonna kind of give you like paraphrase it a little more. We don't have to go through all the specifics. The first thing though comes down to the first one is this: it's Amsterdam club accusations. Okay. So basically, they went to a club in Amsterdam. Lizzo, I believe, took everybody out for free. By the way, that's pretty poggers in my opinion. That's kind of cool. It states that Lizzo's after parties were routine, non-mandatory, so they weren't mandatory. But the allegations of those who attended were favored by the singer and had great job security. I feel like you have to prove that pretty heavily.
Yeah,
you have to like prove that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible. You know?
I don't know. My initial reaction to that is like, that makes sense. Why is it a bad thing?
What, that you have to go, or what?
No, that those who attended were favored by the singer and had greater job security. Yeah, the employees that I spend more time with and hang out with and like more, I'm more likely to keep them on than people that I don't.
You mean you personally, or you in the context that you're a content creator that like has this type of...
Me anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why? Like you're more likely to fire somebody if they don't hang out with you?
I'm less likely to have like personal connection to a person that would allow me to advocate more on their behalf with someone that like I don't.
But that you don't understand that there could be a big problem with you having like more likely to fire somebody if you're not their friend? Like if you're running a business and you're gonna I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
As long as you're upholding whatever. Like if somebody like is like your friend and they suck at their position, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're friendly and somebody's upholding their position, like whatever.
Are you trying to say that if you have two people that are equally good at a job, but you like one more, you're more likely to keep the one that you like?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I understand that. But I mean, fundamentally, what they're claiming is that if they didn't go to the party with them, that they were a higher chance for getting like on the chopping block.
Yeah, and that's the same thing I just said.
You think that's like okay? That's fair?
Well, my initial reaction is going to be that this is inflated. Like,
well, yeah, of course.
It's like the person that didn't go to the party, I hear it as like spending time hanging out more.
I mean, she probably liked the people that she was spending more time with, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think that anybody should be mandatory to have to go to something that's out, like, non-work related in order for them to maintain some kind of level of job security. Because that pressures them to feel like they have to do something that they may not want to do.
Okay.
And that's like a problem. I can see why she might like them more, but they would have to substantiate this claim. And of course, it's a lawsuit, so they're going to exaggerate the claim. Anyway, at the club, Lizzo allegedly began inviting cast members to take turn touching the nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas, the suit says. Lizzo then turned the attention to Miss Davis and began pressuring Miss Davis to touch the breasts of one of the nude women. So then it goes on to say, actually, she declined. According to the student, Lizzo Leslie led a chant goading her to do it. After Davis declined 3 more times, the chant grew louder and more strident, demanding a visibly uncomfortable Miss Davis to engage with the performer. And then afterwards, they laughed at her, basically. Lizzo allegedly pressed a member of her security staff to get on stage and began yelling, "Take it off," according to the suit. First of all, if when you say pressured the security staff to get on stage, if I was like at a club and I was security for Lizzo and I was a little drunk, because you know they're all drunk, and they were like, and she's like, "Get on stage and dance," I would do it. I mean, when you say pressured, like, did they feel pressured, or did she just say, "Yo, you should do this"? And he's like, "All right, fuck it." You know, so that's the end part of the sensationalization. You know, it's one of the issues of mixing work and pleasure. Like, you should probably maintain that boundary just in case, really for the safety of yourself more than anything else. But again, they'd have to prove that there was going to be able to be some kind of, like, you know, backlash from that. I guess a week later they brought it to another. She brought people to another club to be inspired by their performance, and it was like a cabaret, I guess. So they had their boobs were out. And people said they were made to feel uncomfortable, but there's no allegations that, like, she forced them to do anything else other than, like, when they went to the bar, she didn't have anybody touch their boobs or anything. It was just a cabaret performance bar. They just walked around naked, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really care about that. Just leave. Okay. Then there's a racial harassment claim. What do you think? They were asking for 50% of. I don't know what this means, but apparently there's downtime performances, so they don't get paid. So they were asking for 50% of their normal pay. And they told them that they were disrespectful, and they only gave them 25%. And they said that it was racist because they didn't want to give them 50%. Okay, you want to just move on from the segment? You don't seem to be into it.
I'm waiting for you to, like.
That's it. Like, there's nothing really there.
I don't know.
Only the dance cast comprised of full-figured women of color were ever spoken to in this manner. Like, do you think that that's actually racist?
Were there other people in the dance cast that were not spoken to that way?
No, they were all black women, overweight black women, because that's what Lizzo hired as their dance cast. Which, I mean, that's racist to not hire an overweight, fat white man, if you ask me. You know what I mean? I mean, who's the real racist, Lizzo? But they're claiming because they asked for 50% of their pay on a downtime rate, and they only got 25%, and they were told they were being disrespectful, that was somehow racist, and I mean, I think even hinted at fatphobic.
My question is, like, did you sign this contract before?
Well,
did you get the job and then sign your contracts later? Because that's your fault. And
I know, like, now I see what you're saying. Like,
what are you getting paid for? Like, on your
no idea.
uptime, like, how much money are you getting for that? And during your downtime, like, what is your expectation? Like, during your downtime, are you able to, which I'm assuming downtime is between shows, during that time, are you able to return home and do whatever?
Probably not.
Or are you, like, stuck with where you're at? And what are your expectations? Do you have rehearsal? Like, what are you doing?
I see what you're saying, especially about didn't you already talk about this in the contract? Because I imagine they already were getting 25%. And then they asked for 50, and, like, then this happened in some capacity. My thing is that how would you say that this is fatphobic or racist?
Because they're fat and black. That's
the thing. Is it just like, so is Lizzo? I mean, like, sure, she could be internally fatphobic and racist, but I just feel like I feel like the lawyer said, let's play the race and the fat angle, which is smart for the lawyer, but that's what lawyers do. They sensationalize to get away with as much as possible. Like, you're supposed to start and go as far to your perspective as possible, and the other person goes as far away from that, and you meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't think we're putting enough thought into why these dancers come out with these claims if it means that they'd be blacklisted in the industry. I don't think that I mean, like, maybe they are. Well, that argument's there is that because they might have blacklisted their careers, that's like an argument to the validity, or maybe they were not good at their jobs, or they, and so they decided to just burn the bridge and they're going to go away from dancing. Dancing is an incredibly highly competitive field already, right? I would imagine that's incredibly demanding. I imagine it might be a little more stressful for people that are overweight. Because like dancing can be a lot, and I feel like it's hard. It's already hard to become a dancer, but on top of that, becoming like an overweight dancer, I feel like how many jobs are there for overweight dancers outside of like Lizzo and a strip club? So it's possible to me that they just got fired and there's nowhere else that they could already go. Like, I mean, maybe they got blacklisted, but this is all speculative. I think that they're upset because the relationship. I mean, like, it sounds like a very difficult field in the first place, and the stressors, the fundamental stressors of being in a highly competitive field, just possibly just made them upset, and they decided to do a lawsuit on it. But this is like a fucking dance field. Like, I mean, it's not. This isn't like a McDonald's. This is a dance field. It's high. Like, there's probably fucking, for every one fat dancer, there's probably 100 people ready to replace you. So everything you do, you're walking on eggshells. That's just how it is. Don't go into competitive field if you don't want to. They could have done something else. They decided to be dancers. Like, okay. Like, I'm not particularly empathetic to the fact that they wanted to do something really high risk, high reward. You know, if it doesn't work out, I don't know, go be a fucking something else. Go do OnlyFans. The dancers were dismissed. 2 dancers were fired in April and May, according to the suit. Williams lost her job April 26, days after she spoke up at a meeting in which she challenged an assertion from Lizzo that the dancers were drinking before performances. The day before, Lizzo had told the group that they would have to audition again, a move that prompted what the suit described as excruciating 12-hour rehearsal. If Lizzo was dissatisfied with their performances, the suit alleges the dancers would be fired and sent home. I mean, isn't that how a rehearsal works? And
I don't know. I'm having trouble. I don't know if I'm missing stuff. I'm having trouble caring.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I want to. Like, I'm really not trying to be like.
That's why I asked before, because I feel like a lot of this is incredibly sensationalized. Like, I don't know what happened at the rehearsal. The first thing I think. The first thing I go to is what I think just the most commonsensical thing that happened. They were maybe drinking or something. Maybe Lizzo was on her period. Who really cares? And she made them rehearse again. And if they did a bad job, they would go home. That's how rehearsals work. Again, highly competitive field. I'm not super empathetic to that. To me, it's similar to like athletes. Highly competitive field where like if you're only really going to be able to get the job if you are like the best of the best. And if you aren't, then you're not going to be able to get the job. During the rehearsal, Davis was so fearful she'd lose her job if she went to the bathroom. She soiled her pants. She was given a see-through outfit with no undergarments to finish the performance. The suit says. I mean, my thing is like, I mean, if you thought you were going to lose your job from going pee, then I mean, I imagine if you thought you were going to lose your job from going potty in your pants would have certainly lost you your job, right? That just sounds like that sounds to me like maybe she doesn't have like the mental framework to deal with this industry.
I was going to say that's. It sounds like a her problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be. And again, we could be wrong, but like,
in fact, prove me wrong.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. But this makes sense.
That's why I struggle to talk about stuff in general, but especially like this, and give my opinion, which is often I don't care, because like I wind up looking like the bitch. And like I'm insensitive or whatever, but like prove me wrong.
Well, my thing is like I feel like I can understand her being upset, and that's totally fine. But now we're talking about a lawsuit. There's a difference between her being like a friend, being like, "Oh, this was hard," and I'd be like, "Yeah, that sucks," versus like I'm suing her, and it's like, if she was so worried that she was gonna piss her pants, there's no way that none of them peed for 12 hours.
My thing too is like, go on with your law shit. I don't care about that, but like, why? Stay there.
Well, they ended up no, exactly. I don't think that they were mentally equipped for it because it's a tough industry, and that's probably one of the motivators to them doing the lawsuit, because they're not going to go back to the industry anyway because they couldn't handle this. You've had a job like that before. It was Amazon. Well, sure, but like they prove that she wouldn't let you go pee potty. Like that's the problem. You have to like really prove that. Them making the claim. This is the problem. There's a thing called an anchor bias. When you hear something for the first time, people are more likely to take that as more credible as any other perspective. So you hear them go, "Oh, this was really sad," and now you're like, "I believe that first." And now it's going to take additional information to move you. But the most logical thing is like, that sounds like a her problem, and like that's sad. But like, you know. If I would go piss if I had to piss, and if you're gonna fire me over that, then fuck you. Like, and then you could sue. They fired me for taking a piss.
Yeah.
Right. So, the suit says the dancers didn't drink. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. We just don't know. Like, there's just no way to tell. It's just a back and forth. 5 days later, on Lizzo tour manager fired Williams in the hotel lobby. Oh wait.
I want to see what that quote down there says.
When Lizzo raised the issue again the following day, Williams responded saying the dancers didn't drink. The suit says the singer then allegedly offered what the suit describes as a mocking reply. Well, if you're not, then good for y'all. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. 5 days later, on April 26th, Lizzo's tour manager fired Williams in a hotel lobby. The suit says the manager attributed the termination to budget cuts, said the suit, which no one else was fired. Okay. Did they hire somebody else? Because if they hired somebody else, then it wouldn't have been budget cuts. If they didn't hire someone else, then it was budget cuts. Again, highly competitive field. Like, I don't know, you know? They're always budget cutting, you know? Rodriguez complained to the manager about the decision to publicly fire Williams, a move that Lizzo repeatedly raised with the dancers during an April 27th meeting, during which she told the group that she had eyes and ears everywhere, according to the suit. Okay. Again, highly competitive field. I mean, toxic work environment, because it's a highly competitive field. Like, you're always for the cut. You know, Davis recorded the April 27th meeting because she suffered from an eye condition that sometimes left her disoriented in stressful situations. If Davis had an eye condition that left her disoriented in stressful situations, that's just another thing that makes me feel like she shouldn't be a dancer.
Yeah, like this unfortunately was not like within her.
This wasn't
like,
in her genetic
ability
wheelhouse.
to cope with.
You know, like it's just not something that she was going to be able to do. If you have an eye condition due to severe stress, you're in a highly competitive industry, this is probably just not for her. And again, it just confirms as to the criticism before. Well, you know, they're blacklisting themselves by coming forward. They were never going back to anything else. She couldn't have. She had a fucking eye condition. The fact that she even got past rehearsal is actually mind-blowing to me. But anyway, she recorded the conversation. You're not supposed to do that. And I also don't believe this. I don't believe she recorded it because she suffered an eye condition. They signed non-disclosure agreements.
Exactly, because if it's a conversation, you don't listen with your fucking eyes, bro.
I mean, listen, maybe it has an impact on her ability to perceive anything. But like, yeah, no, you don't listen with your eyes. I mean, like, maybe there's just something there. But I feel like this is bullshit excuse. I recorded the conversation because I was upset with the way I was treated, and then like I blamed it on a medical condition.
Damn, I got myself with that one.
You fucking dying out of that. This suit says, days later, Lizzo held an emergency meeting and had the security employees confiscate dancers' phones. The suit states, Lizzo becomes furious, hurling expletives at the group, and stated that she was going around the room person by person until someone told Lizzo who made the recording, the suit says. Again, they signed NDAs. And the reason they signed it is because they take a lot of money and effort into the choreography, into the outfits, which have to all be tailored to each individual, to the songs themselves, to the way, like, there's so many different things. Like, you're not supposed to record, and you know that. So she got mad and screamed. I mean, like, I don't know. I come from a place where I used to work, where sometimes my bosses would get really pissed because something would get fucked up, and they would start screaming. And it's like, is it ideal? No, but like, it's it's a fucking job. Should they always treat you like that? No, but everybody's human. And like, when you have like a $20,000 accident, you're going to expect somebody to yell. You know what I mean? When what you're doing could cause the harm to another person, and you're going to hear somebody yell. When something's going on that could potentially be bad, you're going to hear somebody yell. And it's like, it shouldn't be happening always. But like, if you get yelled at every once in a while because something's fucked is going on, like, what? I'm not sympathetic to that, because like, that's what happens at jobs sometimes. Like, it's not ideal. Nobody should be trying to yell. But you recorded it despite having an NDA when they invested a bunch of time, effort, and energy into this whole performance. Part of that effort being having to cast people, and if you're recording shit, you should be fired. And now they have to recast you, which means they have to get a new suit. They have to teach another dancer to do the choreography. They have to do a bunch of bullshit. The suit says that Davis recorded it because the meeting included feedback on performers' notes, and her condition can make her disoriented, so she can't remember stressful interactions. Then that sucks for her. You know, if I had a fucking disease that made it so I can't stand for more than 25 minutes, then unfortunately I'm not going to be able to perform a job that requires me to stand for 3 hours at a time. Like, that's just life. Like, if it sounds like that God dealt her a bad genetic hand to the job that she wanted, and she wasn't able to deal with the stress of a situation, and that is what it is. Like, there's only so much that you can be accommodated to when it comes to some form of a disability. You know what I mean? Like, if you have fucking fibromyalgia and maybe you can't play competitive soccer, that doesn't make it like ableist. So yeah, Davis acknowledged recording the meeting, saying she wanted to have a copy of Lizzo's performance notes. The suit says when Davis said she hadn't meant any harm and she deleted the video, Lizzo allegedly responded, "There's nothing you can say to make me believe you." That's a perfectly reasonable response. You've already violated her trust. Miss Quigley and Lizzo then took turns berating Miss Davis, the suit says. After castigating Miss Davis, Lizzo fired Miss Davis on the spot. I don't know what castigating is. I think that means that she yelled at her, probably. Reprimanded. Okay, so they fired her. Whatever, justifiable. Before Lizzo left the meeting, Rodriguez told her that she felt disrespected and would resign. The suit said Lizzo responded by crackling her knuckles and balling her fists and using an expletive to tell Rodriguez she was lucky. The suit states. Okay, so somebody else decided that they wanted to leave. Then, after she left, Lizzo raised both her middle fingers and yelled a slur. What slur do you think that Lizzo would have said?
A slur is just a curse, is it not?
I don't know if it's... I mean, when they use the word slur... That's actually a good question. I wonder what the definition of a slur is. Because I interpret it as like a bigoted slur. I think that's fundamentally a slur. It's just a bad word. We just usually use the word slur to mean a racial or like some kind of like a bigoted slur.
I think that's a no.
Oh well, no. I think that people get that energy from the word slur, so the lawyer intentionally used that. No,
yes.
I think the lawyer intentionally used the word slur to trigger to us that she called them like the F slur or something.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
She probably just said like "fuck you," and then maybe she did say like the N word like with an A. Because they're all black. I don't know. I mean, like that's allowed. I think, right? I'll allow it. As a white man. The suit alleges false imprisonment against Lizzo production company because a member of her security detail allegedly forced Davis to remain in the room after the meeting ended so she could search her phone. If that's false imprisonment and they lose it, I don't care. Like, okay, maybe. I personally, I can see why they did it. If it's illegal, okay, then they should be face ramifications, but it's like morally, you fucking violated your NDA. So... The suit does not specify a dollar amount for damages to cover emotional distress during unpaid wages, loss of earnings, and attorney's fees. In the meantime, Lizzo continues to inspire fans in a recent clip, blah, 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 blah. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Okay. So that's it. Initially... Okay, I don't think that there's much to it. If there is, then fine.
I don't care if Lizzo loses this lawsuit. I think she's overrated and she sucks anyways, so I really don't care.
Well, Aries Spears said that she has a nice face, but he got a lot of hate. That's one of the mean things, though, is that like now everybody's talking about how ugly she is. And she actually was getting bullied for a while for like everything, just for existing. So I feel bad for her in that regard, but I don't, I think this is sensationalized.
As long as it's not the same people that were like shitting over her now, like saying she's ugly or whatever.
They are. It is the same people.
Oh, because that's annoying. But that's the thing, that they're a fake fan. I think that Lizzo is so big and popular because people were like, "Oh, look at that big girl being big and not caring."
Yeah, you think that some people just like her because they like.
She got popular in the time of.
Body positivity.
Of body positivity.
Yeah, no. Well, part of it is like what you're saying is basically not all of them even like her. They just said that they liked her because she was a big body positive woman, and that's
it's fun. We love Lizzo. We're body positive,
but they don't really listen to her. Maybe they'll hear it on the radio, but now it's like, oh, she's a bitch. I can call her fat now. I'm allowed to do what I always wanted to do, which was be hateful towards her for a characteristic of hers. Because we're all tribalistic pieces of shit. This was her response. These last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult. By the way, that's a dog whistle to shouting me out. And overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness. One thing that we didn't read in the original thing was that like Miss Quigley was trying to convert people to fucking Christianity. I don't even know.
She probably said like, "Oh, God loves you."
Well, she's she's an overweight black woman. Like she's like that's like those are the best like in those black churches. Those are like the best. She's like hallelujah. Like she's loud. She's like good. She
moving
sounds.
On.
They're just the most expressive.
Okay.
Is that racist?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was honoring because I'm saying that they did it. Am I ignorant?
Yes.
Some people would call me ignorant.
I'm not. I don't get the joke.
Okay. Anyway, we should probably move on. My wife is policing me, so.
I did see one TikTok. I don't
Okay.
care what Lizzo had to say. I did see one TikTok that I found interesting. Because, and I don't know the validity of it, but this girl was saying how like she like signed up to be like she auditioned to be like a dancer for Lizzo, and then she ultimately like made the choice not to based on the contract, because it said in the contract that basically like whatever you create while you're working for Lizzo ultimately owns.
Okay.
And so this
Just
girl,
don't create anything.
well, this girl like had like previously made like, she's a singer, made a music video and blah blah blah, and basically she just showed how Lizzo like copied her. The next like a video that came out that Lizzo made was very similar to a music video that this girl had.
Okay, well, yeah, then don't. That's a good example. If you don't like the contract, don't sign it. I wonder why they do it. I wonder if it's because they feel like there would be some kind of an inspiration there, or if it's trying to be worried about you watching something Lizzo does. Because how do we know that she didn't like look at something Lizzo did and then just said that it was her? You know what I mean? Like, what we don't know. It's like, oh, she took my idea. But like, what if she was just like, imagine there was two poodles and he sang about it, and all of a sudden Lizzo made a song about two poodles. It's just so much. Like, I get it. It's like I get why they'd have it in the contract, but as long as you just read the contract.
Yeah.
My work ethic, morals, respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually, I choose not to respond to false allegations, but they are unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous not to be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. Well, they admitted that they were told something doesn't mean that they agree with it. Oh yeah, another one of the things was that Lizzo made a comment about one of them getting fat, allegedly. What do you think about that? I don't care. I mean, listen, here's the thing. First of all, we don't know. Second of all, you're a dancer. Lizzo is a Lizzo. Lizzo's job is to be a fat black woman that sings. And as long as she can do that, she makes money. Your job is to be a dancer. And if like you, and listen, it doesn't matter. You're gaining a little weight or something, and that might have a negative impact. I mean, I can imagine it might make it a little difficult. So if you started to, maybe you're not looking the part anymore. I mean, that is a little ironic because of the body positivity part. But then at the end of the day, if you're not able to perform your job, like whatever. I mean, I'm not like shitting and farting about it, And then lastly, there's this little 1.5-minute segment from TMZ we're going to watch. This is the two girls. Unfortunately, the person in the middle is a guy and not a cup. Because of the popular video. Because of the popular video, 2.5 Men. Remember that show? When Charlie Sheen left, it was terrible. I don't like Ashton Kutcher that much.
I like him.
He's all right, but I don't know. He did Jackie so bad all the time.
I love what he's like. I can't control the weather, Jackie. It's so funny.
We should watch that again. Let's get this going.
Were these demands
screeching
or
loud.
suggestions made by Lizzo, as you say, were they direct, where they said, I really want you to do it? Or was it more, I'm afraid if I don't, I might get fired?
Yeah, I think for both of us, there was like this always looming feeling of thinking that if you didn't do something or you didn't adhere to certain suggestions or demands, that your job could be in jeopardy.
That kills their case, I feel. Because now they're just saying it felt like Lizzo would fire us if we didn't listen.
Yeah.
That Lizzo was threatening us with a firing. And then it's also like, yes, that's how a competitive job works too. If you fuck up, you get fired. That's what it comes down to.
Have fun with her and, go along with like what she was doing and, be down for anything that they were favored. They were hired for more shows. They were invited on, like private jets and to do cool things and, could hang out with her.
See, this is what I don't understand. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, yeah, the people that are down to hang out are going to fucking hang out more. Why wouldn't she want to hang out with them more?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. When I'm talking about it before, I'm coming from like a work perspective of like a bus company where like you shouldn't be favoring your friends.
No, but that's the
But
thing.
you're
I'm
coming
even
from an
talking about that as a BIS, and I'm not thinking of it as favoring. I work with a tremendous amount of DSPs.
Yeah.
There's DSPs that I speak with and spend time with.
Yeah.
And I like them more.
Yeah.
Because I speak with them and spend time with them
Right, but
more.
like, would you?
So if something were to come up, I'm more likely to say, hey, this person should have this opportunity.
That I agree with.
Than the other one. What's the difference?
Well, no, that I agree with.
But what's the difference?
The difference is specifically, that's why I tried to clarify before, with would you fire them if they weren't your friend after you've already hired them? There's a difference to me between favoring somebody because you become friends with them and you're more aligned with them and you feel like you share characteristics with them that would be positive for a workflow, because you would only really be friends with people at work if they're good at their job.
I would be less likely to fire somebody that I liked.
Right. Okay. My question is, would you only fire them if they over specifically not hanging out with you?
No.
That's the only question I've been asking.
But that's not what happened.
No, it's not, but that's what I mean. So, like, that's the one thing that I was really referring to. Like, they don't deserve to be fired just because they wouldn't hang out with Lizzo. But if these other people are friendly with her, they become friends. It's a conversation about nepotism. We do engage with that all the time. I'd rather hire my friend for a job because the reason I have that friend is because I think that they are reputable people.
DSP is a direct support professional and a BIS is a behavior intervention specialist.
Yeah. And you put this behavioral intervention specialist, honey, a bish. My bish right here. No, I get that. That makes sense. Like, yeah, if you're friends with them, you're more likely to hire them for like an additional position because they're.
And they didn't even say that. They just said like hanging out, going on vacation. That's what they just said.
Yeah, they just said that like, oh, it helps that like, oh, if she favored you, you'd be able to fly in her private jet. Okay, like, why does that fucking matter? Like, that doesn't have anything to do with the job, right? So,
her in like tropical settings like Hawaii and stuff like that. Some of our coworkers, you know,
she's just describing a friendship. She would become friends with some of the dancers if they would hang out with her, and she would take them on vacation. That's different than anything to do with job security.
It's just like there was no line between professionalism and personal. And so we had in our minds that if we weren't, you know, down for anything, that we would then be ostracized later. It was this unspoken thing in the camp that if you weren't super fun, like if you like skipped out on all of the like outings and, you know, all that stuff, that you wouldn't be seen in good favor from Lizzo, and that you would then not be considered like one of the people that is like cool and down for anything, and then therefore not be booked for as.
Yeah, none of that. I don't care about any of that. None of that makes me feel bad for them at all. Like, it just sounds like
they're
Lizzo,
upset that they didn't go on vacation.
Yeah, like Lizzo wanted to hang out and you weren't down to hang out, and she liked the other people more than you. Then that's not a big. I don't care about that. Like, that's completely different than what I was interpreting it as before. Like, this is just not a big deal. I don't care. I wonder if the comment about their weight before was just like a joke about how like they were all going out to eat so much, and like the person decided to put it in the lawsuit or something.
I don't know.
That's the end of it. That's the end of it. Are we good?
I've been good.
Okay. Fantastic. That's why I asked. We could have ended that segment. We could have just not even done it. I could tell you hated it.
I'm really trying.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to like every segment.
I know. I'm trying to like a segment. Like, not like I just have the tendency to like not.
I get what you're saying.
You know?
Well, for me, I just enjoy talking.
Yeah, but I don't want to be that negative girl.
I don't think you're being
That's
that
what
negative.
I'm
I think that you're
saying.
tired. Well, did you hate last week's thing?
I don't even remember last
I feel like we
week.
had a good time last week. You know? Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's fine. I have fun doing the stuff with you.
Yeah, and like I'm trying to give things a chance. I'm trying to have an opinion that's like I want to.
Yeah. Well,
but unfortunately, I don't care about a lot of things.
Somebody said you'd think that the lawyer would have trained them better. Honestly, yeah. He's getting paid
Listen,
regardless.
he's gonna. If he was against Lizzo, are you kidding me?
A shot in the dark, you know.
And based on the social narrative, everything is in their favor.
Yeah, if they lose, it'll be surprising.
Yeah.
I think we're still fleshing out what you do and don't like talking about, and I think that that's totally fine. I think that the reaction thing was something that I brought to the table. The Lizzo thing was people like were interested in what you had to say. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the other. Are we echoing or something? Because people keep saying that we're echoing, or once in a while somebody mentions we echo.
Is it when somebody's yelling?
I don't know if they know this, but I'm a bat.
I burped.
I'm a bat, so I echo a lot.
I'm sweating.
It is very sweaty in here. Wow, this is incredible. God damn it, it's not what I want to do. I'm gonna need a sentimental. Are we echoing? Bat?
I burped.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Maybe it's when you're screaming at me, because you hate me so much. All right, I want you to do something for me.
What?
You have to do the next about minute of this segment with your eyes closed.
With my eyes closed, do I have headphones on?
You have headphones on.
Good, I don't have to listen with my eyes.
Well, you know, some people do. Sometimes when they get really stressed, they go, I can't fucking see.
Do I have to be able to hear you?
No, we're gonna. So listen, this segment I'm excited about because, like, you were just talking about how, like, you know, you're having the day today where you're not necessarily feeling it. You don't know if you like it. Put them both ears. Both ears.
Well, if I do that, I'm not going to be able to hear.
It's
you
okay.
talking.
I'm just okay. Then after I finish, this is, I think, a segment that you are going to like.
Okay.
It'll be as long or short.
I'm so nervous.
You are nervous. It is an interesting segment. People sent this to me. I watched the full video.
It makes me feel better that somebody else sent it to you.
Yeah,
I feel like if you loved it,
No.
like that, it's sometimes we just don't vibe that way. You know.
I was horrified.
Horrified. Oh, is this gonna be a cringe thing?
No,
is it gross?
Yeah, it's both.
I can't deal.
It's bad. It's not that
with
bad.
Something. Is it gonna make me gag?
No. Here, how about
okay.
this? Put your thing in your ears. Close your eyes.
I'm so nervous. I have
Close
no
your eyes.
idea.
Close your eyes. You ready?
All right.
Close your eyes.
Oh no, the headphone is messed up. Okay.
You're ready. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm so nervous.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What's the freakiest thing you've done in your life?
All right, so for now it's one story, but it probably more. I had a threesome with a guy and his mom, and that was like his birth mother.
Wait. Hold on. So
It was amazing.
when you say threesome, everybody interacted with each
She
other.
was sucking dick.
Oh my god! Whoa! Oh my god!
She
Oh my
was
God.
sucking.
So it was bad on their
She
part.
did it first.
Hold on,
Oh
wait,
my God.
wait.
I wanna go.
Hold up.
Yo!
First of all, don't be judging me.
No,
This
no,
is
no,
not
you don't be judging me.
This is not
This
one
is-
being judged.
This is judgment free. This is not about you. This is not about
It's
you.
shocking. It's not judgment.
It's the mother and the son who's
I gotta take my glasses off.
Let's not try. I know this is about to go crazy, but let's try not to talk over each other. Before you even tell us about the threesome,
Going to hell.
no, we not judging them. I'm not judging them either.
I am. They're going to hell. But go ahead.
Listen, as long as it's not me and my mom, I'm good. But how the fuck did you get there? Give us that story first.
Well, I was talking to him. He's half black and half Italian.
There we go.
Really quick, I want to play a game. Guess which parent is black and which parent is Italian. You can open your eyes, by the way.
Oh.
I didn't want you to see the title of the video.
Oh.
Guess which parent is black and which parent is Italian, and why.
The mother is white
The mother's Italian. Why do you say that?
because it just has to be.
Why?
Because
You want to know what my theory was?
what?
That it had to have been the mother. Because Italian men are too racist to date a black girl. Oh, that was That was my take on that.
You're so ridiculous.
How do you like that?
Mom.
Don't win.
Mom had him when she was very young, like very young in her teen, like she was a teenager, got kicked out. Anyway.
And who would kick out an Italian dad that doesn't like black people would kick her out,
Yeah.
you know? So.
Him and I meet, this was like years ago when POF was popping. I met him on POF.
I think that's Plenty of Fish.
Always shit on Plenty of Fish.
What do
No good comes from Plenty of Fish.
I hook up with some girls on Plenty of Fish.
I have no doubts that you did, and that's what I'm saying. No good comes from Plenty.
dog.
What'd you meet?
Huh? No.
You didn't meet her on Plenty of Fish?
No.
There's no way you did it.
I met Jess on Plenty of Fish.
Where'd you meet her then? On like Craigslist pages?
Oh my god. I don't remember. Oh my god. Let's continue.
So, you know, so we were talking for a while. We were talking for like 2-3 months, and then we finally met. He took me out, and then we went back to his place, and his mom was there. And she was like, oh, I was just out. She was like, I was just cleaning up a bit, or whatever the case may be. A lot of people telling me that they probably set me up, but I don't know. But
Not
even
to cut you off, was his mom
Fire.
black or the Italian?
She was Italian.
See? I was right. When that happened, I was like, oh my god, I knew it.
I didn't want to say I knew that. But go ahead.
Yeah, she was. She was
See,
Italian.
even they know. So you get to the crib.
Yeah.
You met the mom before, obviously.
Never.
So this is the first.
This is the first time I meet her.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
They definitely set you up in exact porno scenario.
Yeah,
Hold
it
on,
sounds like
hold
the intro to one of those porn scenes, right?
Hold on. Keep going.
I'm being judged. Anyway.
No.
Rightfully fucking so.
What?
I'll say my thoughts for the end. I have.
You can say it. Say it right now. Say it right now.
What a fucking pig to do that. What a pig.
All three of them.
Most definitely, but shame on you. And to ever say this out loud, terrible.
That is the worst part.
I've never seen this whole clip, but I've seen like this before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Ah, damn it, ruined. It was ruined. But no, like, listen, if there's some nasty shit that you've ever done, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, no, don't be.
That to me means that you don't have enough shame for this act.
Yeah, this is not something. Listen, this is not something that you do. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do.
You would just
like,
be so visibly
siblings.
disgusting.
Oh, most definitely.
I could do two
You would
sisters.
do sisters.
Oh,
I know you would.
If you were a sister, I would be dating both of you at the same time.
But like, I couldn't.
Incredible.
I don't know. I don't know.
You wouldn't be able to fuck two dudes? I have a friend.
I don't want to do that. That is just so much. If I was going to, don't worry, we won't ever. But if I was ever gonna do something with two other people, I feel like it would be a guy and a girl, or like two other girls. Like one penis is more than enough. I don't
agree.
understand
I
that.
agree. High five.
Like, even like fucking strippers, that's disgusting. Keep that shit away from me.
Why can't fuck? Well, I mean, I couldn't really fuck a stripper. I don't
No, I'm just talking about like, I don't understand. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but there was a time in life where I thought I was going to be a gold star lesbian. I don't want. What?
We talked about that.
I don't know if we have, but like, I don't understand women who like male strippers. That's just disgusting. Fucking like wagging their shit in your face. No, thank you.
Is that a thing? Women don't like penises?
I don't.
No, but you want to know what? Men don't like vaginas.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
like I love your
everybody
vagina.
though. Everybody loves boobs.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing, and that's why I understand. Like, why would you want a male stripper? Because a penis is gross. Vaginas are like cool. They're vaginas. Like they're not bad.
And the men
But
always
titties
oil
and
themselves
ass?
up.
Yeah.
That's my worst nightmare.
But you know what? Like, I mean, do women like guys' boobs? I feel like not as much as guys like guys' boobs.
That's true.
I mean, guys like girls' boobs.
Oh, I was gonna say no. I think that gay men like
armpits.
I think yeah,
and chest hair, and they like me. Gay men like me.
Yeah.
All gay men love me. So let's continue.
I go in, you know, she was there. She was in the kitchen and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, babe, you know, I'm going to leave. She's like, oh, no, mom, you know, have a glass of wine or whatever the case is. I get one too. So we get into the living room. They're just like small chat. And, you know, she says hi to me and everything like that. So when we get to the living room, I'm sitting literally right here and she's sitting over there. So, you know,
I just can't.
Why?
I
knew you were gonna be cringed and disgusted.
can't.
I knew it.
Was into his room and I guess he was changing or whatever, and then just her and I was just small talking. You know, she was complimenting me. She was
Pause
like,
this for a second. The Glendon Camry story is much worse because that was a man predatorizing
Women, like that
younger women.
That was that was you're referring specifically to when Glenn and Cameron met up with a girl and the two of them assaulted her 16 and 17-year-old daughters when they didn't. That's not this. That's clearly worse. This was consensual. I mean, listen. If the dude's fucking his mom, there might be a little grooming in there.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about the mother and son though. With this is all about her. This reaction, the whole mother and son thing is a different.
That's a whole fucking thing. This person. Well, I said like, what if it was like Boardwalk Empire and she had the kids so young that
bro, that shit was so
fucked
messed up.
Right? Like if you guys ever watched Boardwalk Empire, there was this girl, Jillian, and when she was 13, the Commodore, he was like 50-year-old man, like assaulted her continuously. She got pregnant, had the baby. It was really just her and the baby, and then she developed a weird love for the kid. And like obviously it's disgusting, but like whose fault is it really? Is it hers or is it the fucking Commodore? You know what I mean? So I was like, if it's that situation, that's a whole thing. Somebody donated $10 though. Rotato chip. What's up, Mama and Papa? Hope y'all are having a great evening. Currently watching to help my 8-hour shift in the ShopRite seafood department go faster. Love y'all. Stay rad. Very, very poggers.
Be nice to the lobsters.
Yeah, be nice to the lobsters. Kill them quick. Are you work on Long Island? You don't have to donate money. We'll read the chat. I'm just wondering. Let's continue.
You know, like you're really like he told me about you. Like you really are pretty or whatever. Like oh Dominican, yada yada yada. Fast forward, at this point, we're still sipping. And then she goes, oh, you know, like, stand up for me. So I stood up, and I'm like, okay. And then she's like, oh, turn around. So I'm turning around. She stands up, too. And then she smacks me on my ass. And I'm like, okay. She's like, oh, you know, I just think you're so beautiful, whatever. So then he comes out.
Come.
And we start talking. And she tells him about, you know, she starts complimenting me and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, you know, thank you. So then I sit back down. And she then starts sitting next to me. So she sat like literally right here. I ain't have nowhere to move. I was like cornered. And then
somebody asked, they're confused. You think the woman is more gross than the mom and son? No, the issue is that like the mom and son are like are just an ambiguous figure, so we don't know who they are right now. We only know her. So this is the focus of the topic.
The mother and son themselves is too big of a social conversation.
and it's also disgusting. I wonder what led them to where they are, you know. But either way, they're not part of this right now. This is about her nasty behavior.
What? And I was gonna say like just more of my judgment. Like I don't know. I don't think I could even.
You wouldn't fuck me and my mom?
No. But it's like I almost feel like
you think she's ugly?
No, that's my mother-in-law.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like I would. I don't know.
What?
Because I feel like maybe I would fuck somebody's mom. Depending on the mother, of course. Okay. But I don't know if. I don't know, because even the thought of sleeping with two different unrelated people at the same time, not like one day and then the next day doing the other person, like that's just so not me.
Okay.
But I feel like, I don't know, I'm trying to be like, okay.
Whose mom would you fuck?
In what situation? I don't have an example.
Is your ex's mom?
No.
No, okay.
I'm just trying to think, and like at what stage, if like the mom's like smacking her ass and touching on her thigh, like I wonder if she's like, am I gonna fuck this woman? You know, and like where's the
like you're
line
thinking
there?
that she's thinking that she's just gonna fuck the mom?
Because I feel like you would not.
What would I do?
Together, but I feel like you would hook up with the girl, and then if her mom was down, you'd secretly hook up with her mom.
I'd fuck them both at the same time.
You would do a mother and a daughter and a threesome.
Yeah. No, I'm married. Like would never do it.
I just almost did a full name. You just almost got doxxed because you're such a pig. Are you kidding me? I want to have a conversation that I don't know if I'm allowed to have on YouTube right now.
What do you mean?
I want to say words that I don't know are going to get us in trouble.
Censor yourself. What is wrong? Why are you surprised? Oh, that's hot as fuck. A mom and a daughter?
Do you want to watch a daughter munch on her mother's nethers?
I didn't say that. Listen. What are you talking about? They're both consensual age.
This conversation is continuing.
What is continuing? What do you mean? What is it that's so wrong about that? Like, that would be... Why not? Like, obviously...
What about a femboy son performing on his father?
No, that's terrible.
Why?
That's disgusting.
Why?
Because I have a deep-seated internalized homophobia, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, you want to know why? Because, and like, I want to be very clear. There's, like, remove any grooming. Like, let's just say the scenario is that the mom hit of age and then the daughter's of age. They're both like, you know, the daughter's 25, the mom's like 50. And like they turned adults and then they see me and they're both like, this guy's kind of hot, and like, you know, the girls are just like, yeah, fuck it, let's fuck this guy. Like, nothing. Remove the grooming from it. Okay, we're gonna remove that.
Yeah, we're not talking any like actual like trauma.
No trauma based thing.
Fantasy.
That's it. Fantasy wise, that's kind of hot. But this two dudes is not hot to me, so I can't rationalize that behavior. This is the thing I always talk about. Like, men create lawsuits around their penis. Two girls fucking sounds hot. A mom and a daughter, that's some taboo shit. That sounds hot, but it doesn't sound hot to fuck a guy and his fucking son. That's weird. Because I think that two dudes fucking is just weird in general. And you should be able to do it. I would never legislate against that. God bless you. I think that's great. I love gay men because they love me. But I'm not attracted to that. So why would I be into that? But the mom and a daughter is kind of hot.
You're
just the fantasy of it. I don't
Continue
know.
The goddamn video.
If I'm in the moment, I don't know if I would actually be into it.
I don't think you would in real life.
Like, in the same vein where like I might get like I might be having a day and I'm into I watch some weird ass stuff. I'm watching fucking
Dookie.
Two Girls, One Cup. For research purposes, I would never do that because imagine the smell.
For me, it's the cleanup afterwards, you know.
But the fantasy is interesting sometimes. as a thought, it's like what if,
All
So you wouldn't fuck a daughter and a mother?
Absolutely not, bro.
What about two twin sisters?
I don't know. It's weird.
Is it as gross if I wanted to fuck twins as it is a mom and a daughter? Which one is worse? Oh, the mom and daughter too.
Mom and daughter.
Okay. All right. Because you introduce a power dynamic there. But with the twins, it's probably
no.
Just
I'm
weird.
just thinking of like you looking where you crawled out of. That's fucking.
Not me. Not me.
Not
I would
you.
never. That's disgusting. It's my mother. That's terrible.
This stream's gonna get demonetized.
They're saying I can't judge the girl because I would engage in the same behavior.
Oh yeah, no, you can't.
Why?
Because that's the same thing. I'm gonna get. I can't use the words that I want to talk about this.
Damn. It's interesting. I guess it is the same, huh? But I think what she did is disgusting. Why do I not think that what I'm saying is disgusting? Like, what is wrong with me? Am I just too am I too considerate of the fantasy?
I think it turned into social conversation, right? I think that when it comes to sexuality with women, like, it's not taught to be like offensive.
But sexuality of men is taught to be offensive.
Men is taught to be more offensive.
That's fair. You know what? No. You know what one of it might be too? I'm the guy. I'm the penis. So so in that scenario, like, he's the guy. So it's like you're doing your own mommy.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. He's covered in his own mother.
But in my scenario, I'm not doing my mommy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I gotta rationalize it so that you guys don't think I'm too weird. This is why we were calling this oversharing, though. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Every stream we have a topic that we get heat. Like, we have we just look at each other in like a new way. Let me just have like a fucking heated conversation about it. This is wild. All right, let's continue.
Sitting. He's like sitting right here on the one seater, and then she's just like, he stands up.
You ready?
So he stands up.
You ready?
After giving me all of these compliments, she's just looking at him, and I'm like feeling mad awkward, and I'm just like, what's going on? So he pulls his dick out.
Oh yeah, that's a regular degular.
And then he's just like,
pulls his dick out, and
he said,
They've been fucking.
and I quote,
hold on.
And he said, and I quote, "Do what you do best and come suck this dick."
Say that to
his mom.
To his mother.
To his mother.
Oh no.
And I was just sitting there like, I was stunned. Like I really couldn't move. I was just like, nah. I was like, nah, no. I was like, nah, that can't be his mom.
It sounds like a good Bang Bros scene.
Right, like a bang. And then she got on her knees and she did what she was told to do.
She loved it.
I got turned on.
This one, she loved it.
Yep.
No,
that's biological.
No.
That's his mama.
And so after she stopped sucking his dick, he looked at me and he was like, "Come suck this dick."
That's disgusting too.
What?
That's putting somebody else's spit. I can't. This is all wrong on so
you
many
wouldn't be able
different.
to have like a dual BJ kind of scenario.
Absolutely fucking not. Do not put your spit near me.
Okay, that's fair. What if they wiped it off after?
That would be better.
Okay, honest answer.
So I went and I sucked his dick. I mean,
Pig.
But yo, she was gobbling, and she eats some good pussy too. But that was
I fucking can't.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
That's disgusting. It is more disgusting. The mother is the most disgusting figure in this situation, though.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But she's not here right now, so we can't criticize her.
He called me, but I blocked him.
You going to hell for being there?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to hell for many
like
other
that guy.
Yeah. Now let me tell you something, because I think this is where it ends. Let me,
reasons. It ain't gonna be that one.
I'm playing with you.
I can't wait for it to get Lucifer more.
The crazy thing
They fucking
is,
regularly.
so
They just needed an extra party.
We had a conversation. I probably didn't talk to him for like a week after that, and then we finally had a conversation, and he was just like, my mom was the one who taught me how to have sex, kiss, whatever. She was like, yo, she had me young, and the more I think,
that's what made me feel like it might be a Boardwalk Empire scenario. You know what I mean?
Well, just
where like the mother's a victim of something too. Sorry.
About it.
What? It's his facial expressions that's been killing me.
And it's just like, but listening to him talk about his experience with his mother, like she was a kid herself. She had a kid, and it's just like,
and she
they
started
just had
fucking
each
that
other,
kid.
and they just started right, and and I was like, whoa, hey. But yeah, that's probably I've done some crazy shit in my life, but
Yeah.
I fucked a guy and his mom's.
What? So, I think that can end there. We're gonna talk more about it, but like that's what made me feel like there might be like she was like assaulted in some capacity too. It's like a very complicated thing, but we don't talk to the mother and the son. One of the things that it's one of the funny things. She later goes on to tell us a story about how she fucked a white guy that wore her bra and panties, and like her panties had like blood on them a little because she was on her period. And that made her so horrified that she never wanted to fuck another white guy. But for some reason, that story to her was more disgusting than her fucking a mom and a son. I thought that was wild. She's fucked up. Terrible, right? That's terrible.
I have no words, honestly.
No, you have none left? Hey, listen, were you interested in this segment?
I could have gone without it.
But you were interested in it. You were into it. So, yeah. Any final thoughts?
This was inappropriate. I'm ashamed that we watched this on stream.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Anything else? These are not allowed to talk about anything with me offline about this. Do you have any thoughts that you want to express online here instead of offline?
I think, yeah, and on a serious note,
Yeah.
at the end of this, she expressed empathy towards the son. And I think that that's okay for her to express empathy about the relationship.
Yeah, I get that. That's got to be
with the
like,
understanding that it's wrong what happened, and like her opinion becomes invalid on that point. But it's okay in this situation to have some type of empathy.
yeah.
What is your opinion on that?
Specifically, the relationship with the mother and the son, like her critical thinking on that relationship. Is that what you're asking me? Like,
Yeah, or in general, somebody hearing about that mother and son and having some type of empathy or thought about why.
I think that with the context that she gave, that like it's very possible that if she had the kid young, that she might have been sexually assaulted herself by somebody, and had the baby too young, or since she was kicked out, she was so isolated, it was just her and the kid, and she developed a very inappropriate relationship with her child, and like did groom her or groom the kid in some capacity, but like it was because she was a kid when she had a kid with no other structures to help her figure out what was going on, and it was almost like a trauma response to only love like your baby because of it. I think it's disgusting, but like that would need like a social worker's level of care to deal with.
And that's what I was going to say. I think that this example, because it's a mother and a son and not a male figure in like the more dominant role, that this is actually like a good story to teach empathy about sexual predators.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I would, I know what you mean when you say empathy of sexual predators. It's a conversation about why people become predators and the behaviors to, stop them from happening again.
Yeah, and about their the opinion that I have, which is to provide like support.
Mental health sports so that we can discontinue like the chain, break the cycle.
Yeah.
I think that would work very well. I also think if it was the father and the daughter, it would be more predatory. Probably. Or maybe not necessarily. I feel like it's more common for, like, I don't know, you don't birth the kid yourself as a man, and usually you don't get the kid yourself, Usually the man is older. So I just couldn't imagine a scenario where, like how would the father get the baby? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Do you think that a reason why you feel that way is because, like, when it comes to sex, like, women are typically more emotional and men are more about the physical? Well,
men tend to be. Well, men are more sexually and physically violent typically. But more than anything else, it's like when I imagine a scenario, it's like a mother is usually younger than the son, or excuse me, usually younger than the other guy, and they have the baby. I don't know if I can imagine, like, I mean, I don't know if it's like is it a thing where like a guy would be like have a kid young, and then the older woman would give him the kid and he would take it and then get kicked out of the house. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that would happen, because there's like I feel like the mother having the baby has much more of a connection to the kid because she carried it and then birthed it than like a father would have of a kid that someone else carried and birthed. So, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So I guess that the scenario was exactly the same. Like, yeah, sure, it could happen. I just couldn't imagine like a scenario where like a younger kid had a baby with an older woman, and then she gave the kid to him and he kept it, and then the parents kicked him out of the house because of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't think that's exactly what I was talking about.
What were you asking me?
I don't remember anymore.
What were you asking me, like, fundamentally?
I don't remember. But I do think that, yeah, I was going to say this conversation, and I think is above some things,
You don't think that people get it?
I think that it's a tough conversation to have.
Yeah, people seem to be expressing their distaste for my take here, that like men, that like in the like that there wouldn't, I don't know, I just don't think that there would be, and I don't think that there really would be a comparable scenario where the roles would be reversed. I don't think that would really happen. I think it's easier for guys to disconnect from their kids too, because they don't birth them, and then like until they start bonding with the kid. But as a mother, you bond the second that thing is born.
Yeah.
That's why you need tummy time. When the baby's born, you have to put the baby on your chest so that you can let the hormones or whatever transfer to the father too, and whatever it is, and so that the father becomes more bonded to the kid. This way, like it's a real thing. It's interesting.
I don't know if it's actually true, but like my Grammy says that like babies look more like their fathers when they're born, so that the fathers like will believe that it's their child.
Wait, what did you say?
That my Grammy says babies look like their father when they're born, so that the father has a reason to like care about the child and believe that it's theirs.
That's interesting. Okay, I don't. Maybe I don't. That seems like a little bit of bro science there.
Seems like what?
This is something bro science. Kangaroo care. Kangaroo care. Makes sense to me. But it's on full screen. The full screen's not working though. It's kind of annoying me. Like something happened where like the power went out, and then we had like an issue. That's not what I wanted to show. That's what I wanted to show. Yeah, I think it is beyond people to have this conversation.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter at the end of the day. The parent, regardless of the intention, molested their kid. They deserve the worst punishment. So, like in this scenario, I want to do like a quick thought experiment. I don't even know if I'm going to add this to the conversation, but like just for a second, imagine like you're a 12-year-old girl who was raped by an adult, a 35-year-old man. And then you had a baby. You couldn't get an abortion. Your parents kicked you out of the house. You birthed that baby. You're living on the street. And then you emotionally bond with your, we'll say it's a son, and you end up having an incestuous relationship. We all agree that it's disgusting to do, but based on the scenario, you think that that mother should have the same punishment as the man who raped her? So you think that, like, let's say you both think that both of them should be put to death. You know, that's what my thing is that like there's like a conversation about how to engage with these things.
Exactly. Hurt people.
Yeah. I think that if somebody molests somebody, you've hit a point of no return where like you have to go to jail and get a punishment, of course.
Yeah.
But there's a difference
between
between
think that punishment should include mental health treatment.
Yeah, that needs to be a massive aspect of it. And providing mental health treatment to people with like these urges will help them not engage in the behavior in the first place.
And
which is like a huge issue. We think we need to expand on as well.
And when you preach death and violent punishment to people who have completed those acts, what you're teaching everybody else is that if they're having those feelings, that they can't come out about it.
Well, more than just,
and they can't get help to then prevent them actually harming somebody else.
Well, from my perspective, more than that is that if you preach death to people who molest children, then those people who molest children are going to kill the child afterwards because they don't want to be killed.
Yeah.
So they're going to kill, whether it's a person or whether it's an adult or a child, the rapist is going to kill the person that they rape, and they're going because they aren't going to want to go to jail, so they're going to get rid of the evidence, right? So if they're going to get the same punishment for murder or rape, they might as well just rape and murder and then just try to hide the body so the person can't come forward.
Yeah.
I believe in like a stern punishment. But like obviously there needs to be a mental health factor in here. That person needs to be taken out of rotation if society, you know, go into some kind of mental health institution or prison or something to get the help that they need. But to say that they deserve the worst punishment, it's interesting. It's interesting that like the person who like actually assaulted that mother and then put her into that situation, or the parents who abandoned her and put her, all these different people, systemic aspects that put her into the situation where she developed this like disgusting relationship, those people somehow deserve like the same punishment as the woman who was like traumatized by multiple parties. You know what I mean? Like I think that there's something to be said there. You know, I think it's complicated. Wasn't the disagreement on mothers not being as predatory as fathers? No, that's not the disagreement what I was having. Is that what people thought I was saying?
What?
Did they think I was saying that the mothers are not as predatory as fathers? I think that they misunderstood what I was saying.
I think maybe where that came from, I asked you about I guess level of empathy for men versus women, because women tend to be more emotional. And then that's where we started talking about men and women, mothers and fathers.
Where I was coming from was I was saying that like I couldn't imagine two generally comparative scenarios. Like scenario number one, you have like a 12-year-old girl who was assaulted, has a baby, their mother, like their parents kick them out, and they have that baby, and they develop an inappropriate relationship. I could see that as much more likely to happen, excuse me, as a father who was sexually assaulted at 12, and then the other girl, the rapist, has a baby, and then gives them the baby, and then the parents kick that kid out of the house. Because I imagine that one of the determining factors for kicking them out of the house in the first place to the girl is that she was having a baby that they didn't want her to have. And like women pair with their children as they're in the womb and then right on release, whereas like a guy, it takes like a while afterwards. It takes, I think, a couple months after the fact of like kangaroo care to develop that bond with the kid, and it's just easier for a man to detach himself from his kid than a girl. So I was saying I don't really know if I would see as comparative of a scenario. And so that's why for me, like I don't know, I've never heard of that ever happening. I feel like it doesn't happen nearly as much. And then I even said at the end, if it did, then I would say that it's the same. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Interesting. That got like a very deep conversation.
Yeah.
That got deep. Did you like it? Was that social worker enough for you?
I didn't like it. No.
No, it was too much.
These are one of these things where like I'm passionate about talking about it and I want to talk
like
about
mental
it.
Health stuff?
But like whenever I talk about it, I'm like, fuck, I wish I'd never say anything.
Why?
Because I don't feel like interacting with people about it.
Oh, you don't like us when people potentially get upset about like a very critical topic kind of a thing?
Yeah, kind of.
Like I know like you are very passionate about very deep mental health issues regardless of what they are. And you come from like a very educated space, and sometimes you feel like you express that and people get like very like visceral in their reactions and don't engage in the conversation. That I would argue like your perspective is the better perspective to reduce predatory behaviors. And it's like one of those things where people will prioritize the way that they feel about something over the way that the right way to engage with something.
Yeah.
And like that turns into a problem sometimes, because like that's why we're not able to have, reduce predatory actions of people sometimes, especially against children, because we're not providing the correct mental health framework and structures to get people to get the help they need before they commit an act.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. What she's really saying is you're fucking stupid, bit. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not even talking about anyone in the chat specifically. I just think that this topic, I have a hard time. I'm still navigating my presence on the internet.
Yeah, I get that.
And though I enjoy doing this, there's also, I also just don't like being on the internet. So for me, that means to pick and choose what I talk about.
I thought we were enjoying this, doing that.
No, I do, and that's the balance. Like being raw, like that conversation was. I like that conversation to have, but for me, I don't know if it's the conversation to have on the internet. For myself,
I get that. That makes sense.
But I hope that it was some food for thought.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we can go with some lighthearted topics if you want.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop doing super heavy topics, babe?
Oh yeah.
Do you want?
I turned that one into a super heavy topic.
Why is it not fucking working, dude? This is so annoying. Yeah, I feel you on that. But for some reason, this piece of shit is just not. Is it this? Sorry, we have deactivate when not showing. Okay. So,
technical difficulties.
yeah, it's annoying as shit because all of a sudden it fucking blinked and now everything's a problem. It's just it's the fucking microphone's not working.
What is it?
Sorry, not the microphone. The headphone. The stream isn't working. The thing, like, now it's working for here, but then when I go, what is it even under? It's under 1080 Pro stream. Okay, but then when I go into here, oh, there we go. I got it. This is fucking ridiculous. Smack myself in the face there. Don't worry, I'm setting this up, baby. I like to call you Baby Bungletoad.
Yeah.
Cute name for my wife. Now we're having physical difficulties.
Verbal ones.
Verbal, yeah. Let me just readjust. Somebody can clip that and make it into like some kind of like male hentai thing. You know what I mean? Where like I'm the voice actor. Could I be a voice actor for that? Would you let me? What's happening here? Why?
Because. All right.
All right, I'm stopping. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. I will never do that again. Oh, that's something else. All right. What did I do to deserve what? All right. So So really quick, okay. Wait a minute. Okay. I need you to set this up because this is actually a topic you brought to me.
Yes.
You set it up.
Okay, so I was just scrolling through TikTok, and on TikTok, there's people who, like, I watch when their videos come up, but I don't follow them because I feel like once I follow them, like, you never see their videos again.
Yep.
So there's this one girl, and I think her name is Kaarinjoy.
This one.
I don't know how you pronounce that. There's 2 A's.
Kaarinjoy.
But she posted a video, like, crying, saying, like, oh, somebody posted a video of me saying that I was copying them, like it was another DIY person.
Was she actually crying?
She was like upset. Scroll down. It's the one in her car.
Did she remove it?
Right.
How
right.
far away is it?
Right. Left.
Here?
Left.
Here? Oh, let's watch this. It's only 3 minutes. You want to watch it?
Sure.
I'm down for it. Or do you think we should watch this after we watch the other video?
Whatever you'd like.
Which one would be better?
I don't know. Just watch it.
But this is a response to the other video that was made on
Watch this one.
Which one was made first?
This one.
No, this one was made first.
Just watch this.
Why don't we watch the one that was made first?
Because
why?
Because we're going to learn what she talks about, and then we'll be able to see what she's talking about.
Okay. All right.
So I'm getting like a lot of DMs and comments and stuff, and
yeah, me too.
I haven't seen this video because she posted it and then blocked me, so I don't really know.
She doesn't know how to make alt accounts. That's her biggest problem.
What's being said about me, but I know I'm getting like a lot of really mean and hateful like comments and messages
that's
now.
The internet.
And I'm like I'm not gonna come on here and like cry and be like feel sorry for me. But I guess I'm just like really disappointed because I really genuinely like this creator, and she was like one of the first people I followed on here that I was really like, wow, like this decor style is so cool, it is so colorful and so fun, and just really encouraged me to like actually express myself. And we have talked over message and stuff, and like she was so nice, and about 2 months ago she
typical woman. Being nice to you in private and then mean to you in public. Typical woman.
Did ask me not to do any of her DIYs, which like I totally understood, and I was like, that's totally fine, like I really do get it.
I feel like you should do other people's DIYs. I would just want credit. Like if I made a DIY of like turning this stick into garbage for falling over, I'd want you to copy me and just be like, I got this inspiration from Papa Gut, you know? That would be cool.
And it was just like a really pleasant interaction. Like I said, she was so nice. And I didn't know, like, we had issues or that she was feeling like this. But I will say, like, we have very similar styles. Like, I love her. I'm so inspired by her. And I think it's so crazy to say that no one else can decorate, like, in color or have similar colors to you, and it automatically being me like maliciously copying her. Okay. I just wish she had...
I know this is sidetracking a little, but there is also this thing, I forget what it's called, but I remember Louis C.K. and do you remember
Dane Cook?
Dane Cook was taking Louis C.K. jokes, and Louis C.K. Just pretend that he never did inappropriate sexual stuff. Okay, guys, this way we don't have to talk about it. just while we do this. He had to show Louis, and he had Dane Cook come on, and they talked about how like maybe he didn't really steal it, you know. Maybe it was just one of those things where you see it and you're like, "That's funny," and then you forget it, and then you like remember it, but you don't remember somebody said it, and you think it was your own idea. You know, and so that is possible as well. It's possible that she saw something and she's like, "That's really cool." She didn't like internalize where she saw it, and then she's like, "I have a great idea. It's this thing."
He had come to me privately, like, I'm so frustrated. Like, I don't even know what's being said about me. I have lots of squiggles in my home. That was inspired from her. I absolutely loved it. And I think to be like a content creator on here, some of that comes with, if you're branding yourself as a DIY channel, do this yourself. Here's how I did it. Here's the links for the supplies. And then to say no one can be inspired off of you is just wrong.
Yeah.
And then to like
So sad.
publicly shame someone
I think you could.
for being
I think we got the
inspired by
gist.
you
We're finishing it.
without them even knowing you have any issues is just so wrong.
Did you watch
I would
this?
say like I'm not in the wrong anywhere
I
because
watched a
I'm
chunk
sure
of
that
it.
I am. But I think it's very clear that my intent is not just to copy and rip this creator off. And there are
Is somebody fucking driving, or is she just sitting in the car? Stop.
Probably with like the AC or something.
going to be
okay, that's what I'm
people
hearing.
that continue to grow on this app with that same style, with my same style too. Because our whole platform is encouraging other people to do the same thing. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed and frustrated with this whole situation, and now I have just like hateful comments everywhere, so.
Well, that sucks. Let's suck it up. You know,
All right. What?
I was gonna say, like, from my perspective, like, I do commentary, and like, especially when I was on TikTok and I was the first person to do it, everybody else did it. Like, that's just what it is. Like, things happen and people talk about it, or people do it, and people are gonna do similar things, and who cares?
So I watched this. I was like, all right, like, who is this bitch and what was she saying? So I was able to find who it was, and it was, what's her name? Taybeepboop.
My behavior has been.
Oh, she apologized. There's an update. It looks
She
like.
did, but so here's the thing though, is there's some background which I'll give you beforehand. Is that the first person, what was her name? Karen?
Dingledork. Yeah.
She like just moved into a new house, so some
Right.
some like designs that she's doing in her new place is stuff that she had in her previous place she was living. And that's some of the things she's being accused of copying. But so I watched this video of the girl, and why I wanted to look at this is because I want your opinion, because I'm like, damn, this really is similar, and I would almost understand feeling some type of way.
Okay.
For some things.
Well, it looks like this creator outpaced this creator in views and likes. So I guess.
She got a ton of support. Like, nobody likes this girl.
Damn.
Now everybody is like,
well, look at she has two different colors for hair. What's to like?
just watch her video. Though.
All right. So anyway, she made a video, but guess what she did? She deleted it afterwards. This is new to me. So we'll watch this after. But we have the core video because my wife thought, what if I saved it?
I
Just
downloaded
in
it.
case. So my wife saved it. It's the top one.
Yeah.
So we're going to watch it.
I'm about to be so petty, and I've never done something like this before, but there is a large creator who is just getting out of hand. So this is my mossy mirror that I made, and immediately she makes this.
Pause.
She's like, fine. That's
It is very similar, but I think that they're different enough.
Which apparently the other girl like
My
was
mossy
making
mirror.
a different.
My pussy.
What?
What? Go ahead, continue.
She was making a different project, and like something got fucked up, and it turned into
how
this.
convenient.
So I can't hear what you said.
I said, how convenient.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to continue the video?
Just press play.
what the coincidence, whatever. I have this green squiggle art gallery, and now she does too. The difference is she's
Wait, where's
hanging
hers?
something else. So that's
Okay.
different. That's creative.
I mean, it's probably her taking the idea and just changing it. Like, okay, I see where she's coming from, actually.
But she's also ripping off my boyfriend's art. So that's my boyfriend's art. I have a
This is
monster
where
head art
she's
gallery.
wrong.
He makes monster heads. They're so realistic and beautiful. This is her version.
That's realistic and beautiful. These are fucking dinosaurs.
Well, this is what the other girl is doing.
Okay. Wait, what is this first girl doing? She made that. Did she frame
Boyfriend
hers?
alien heads. Other girl.
But did they
dinosaur
frame
heads.
them? Did she frame them, or did they just make them and put them on mounts? Because that's different from dinosaurs. I mean, the similarities are striking. I will say, you know, it's just like the same idea, but just with a little bit of change. It's like it's basically Dr. Pepper versus like Dr. Thunder, you know.
Yeah.
So, except Dr. Thunder apparently tastes better because it's gaining more traction on TikTok.
Her version. This is her monster head art gallery. Then I painted my room green and blue. They're very abnormal colors.
This is the one that got me.
I got a lot of hate for it, but I really love it, and I spent months choosing the colors.
It looks like shit.
Yeah, I hate
It's
it.
terrible. It looks like the Earth took a diarrhea.
Which is one of the reasons why this one gets me.
Oh.
Look at what colors she's doing for her kitchen. And she's
well,
painting
she
her
did it better.
appliances.
Well, no, it looks like shit.
So
no.
that's just like another weird.
It looks like shit. They both look like shit. No, wait. I think I'm on this woman's side. She's actually in the right, I think.
So just
this is like blatant almost.
Let's just finish watching the video.
Coincidence, and she hung up this cake wallpaper that just happens to be my actual wallpaper line that I have. Look at this photo.
Well, if she's selling that, then that's fine.
That's what's annoying. But just play the video.
I'm reacting as hard as I fucking can. I'm a fucking reacting YouTuber.
Orange couch, wallpaper, Monster Head Art Gallery. That orange couch is literally the knockoff of my orange couch, and that's my wallpaper, which is fine. Anyone can buy it. I also created a gradient room where my whole room is gradients.
I would hate
and
being married
then
to her.
she decided to make an ombre room.
Are these the same thing? What am I not understanding?
So a gradient goes from one color to another, just like an ombre does, but like differently.
Strange coincidence. I have tried to talk to her about.
I had to make it, but now I'm established and have found my own style. I really don't just exactly replicate someone else's work. I really respect you as a designer and artist, and I don't want to copy or play.
This, and I was like, please stop copying me. And she said, I don't want to copy.
Okay, well, that was the end of her video. I actually fucking completely turned. I'm on the side of the complainer.
I know.
I'm on the side of the complainer. I'm on the side of the complainer.
That's why I wanted to see your opinion, because like, listen.
I'm on the side of the complainer.
It's a little too similar.
It's
a little too similar.
Listen, first of all, I don't care. Like, in the sense of like, do you be a thief or whatever? Because it's like, whatever, you're doing the work yourself, and it's different enough so that I wouldn't like socially chastise you. But if I gave a shit about DIY stuff or whatever, I would not like the other creator, because there's nothing creative about going, what if we did dinosaurs instead of my boyfriend's monsters? What if I did an ombre instead of a fucking gradient? What if I used, like, it's just the same goddamn thing.
The thing that got me, because the dinosaurs are from her old house, but the thing is the ugliest green and blue colors.
That one really got me.
And the orange couch in front of the wallpaper.
I agree. I agree with you 1,000%.
Those are the two things.
Specifically,
like,
when we saw the horrible, disgusting room in the house that like I would divorce you over, that's when I was like, this fucking woman stole it. Your kitchen looks like shit. Why would you choose those colors?
Yeah,
that's like a blatant theft. Well,
so I do think that this Taybeepboop person, Beep-boop.
Yeah, Beep-boop.
That was bitchy of her to post a video like that.
I think that
but like, you're not necessarily wrong.
I don't know. I think that she was fine. I think her video was fine. I think she should have owned it. I think she should have said, look at how disgusting my green and blue earth diarrhea room was. Why? This woman fucking stole it. Let's watch Tay the Complainer's response.
My behavior has been wild, and
by the way, the way that the internet works is if you do something that people don't like, you have to apologize. You're not allowed to hold to your truth, or else you're a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind.
Appropriate, and I apologize. It's taken me so long to realize that.
Whoa.
I didn't think
Pussy.
I had done anything wrong. Genuinely, I admit that for days, and I didn't want to be fake and give an apology that I didn't actually believe. I'm grateful for some of the hate and the criticism.
You think that the other girl's gonna make an apology video now too?
Oh no, it's just gonna make money now.
Just so that, because she copies everything this woman does.
Oh, that's
She's
funny.
gonna have to make her. I like that. Oh, that's funny.
I've gotten, because it's helped to give me the perspective and understanding that I clearly needed, because I did not understand.
Coward.
Everyone draws inspiration from somewhere, and the fact that I went after someone who has been nothing but nice to me and has done nothing to
Do you consider that going after somebody? She called them out for like blatantly taking the DIY styles. She wasn't even rude. Do you think she was rude?
Oh, she was a bitch. Just making that
Really?
video to begin with was unnecessary. That is something you complain about to your friends. That's not something that you have to post on TikTok.
I get that. Well, but why?
Why? Because you're being unnecessarily like bitchy, and like
How?
she's like, I'm being petty right now, and she's posting DMs and like taking clips of her videos to compare it. She put a lot of work into putting this girl on blast.
Okay. I respect it. Put that bitch on blast. They call it Bob. Bitch on blast. I respect it. I respect doing it. She was nice in the tone, but she's like, yo, what the heck? What the frick is this?
She wasn't nice.
Bro, she wasn't like an asshole. She was being stern and direct. I think you're being sexist right now towards women.
I think that you're
just
like not understanding because you're a man how
No.
bitchy she was.
From what I look at, I go, she wasn't that rude, and she has every right to make that video because she was absolutely copying her styles. 100%. Every right to say that. And the only reason that people think that she was bitchy is just because she said something, not because of how she said it. You even said, like, oh, I don't think that she should have said that's something you complain with your friends about. Okay, but that's the thing. So right off the bat, the fact that she's even complaining about something that people think is too shallow and pedantic to talk about is what's getting her the criticism more than anything else. The rest is just a little bit of this. Is just like it's just a little sour cream on the quesadilla. But the quesadilla has been established. The biggest problem, your quesadilla here, your issue here, more than anything else, is the fact that she even said something in the first place. She has every right to say what she. I think she had every right.
What's pedantic?
Like just stupid, like silly, like just like not necessary, like a pedantic criticism.
Interesting.
Yeah. I got that from Family Guy. Incredible. I think that she was fine. I would have been like, fuck you. And I would have just owned it. I would have said, bro, I'm right. This is, you know what I mean? But that's the problem is people will fold like that because it's all about your maintaining your following now, you know?
Well, it looks based off these comments that she lost her wallpaper line now.
Why? What?
I guess from that video.
That's
Look
insane.
at the comments. This apology, though, like, is stupid, though.
Yeah, she should have never made it.
What I did just proves how much I got this wrong.
If I was going to apologize, I'd be like, listen, guys, listen.
Sorry I hurt your feelings.
No, I would say, listen, I noticed a lot of similarities, but you want to know what? I should have mentioned it. And I would be lying because I clearly would have doubled down if it was actually me. But I would be like, fuck you. I would have been going on a tear. I don't care about losing any sponsorships, bro. I'm a fucking goblin. I'm gonna own my balls. I don't care. But if I was gonna apologize, I'd say, listen, guys, I noticed that they were similar. It was a little weird, and like I called it out, but that was stupid and petty. I shouldn't have done that part. Like it's not that big of a deal that it was similar. Like I overreacted. That's what I would have said. I would have been done. It would have been like 15 seconds. I would have been done. And people are like, all right, makes sense. I wouldn't have made a 3-minute fucking.
I love this DIY colorful community.
I love this DIY community.
And there's space for everyone.
It's not very colorful though because it's all white people. It looks like all white women. So anyway.
And me trying to drag someone down who is a part of that is awful.
Start crying.
And not
you want to see something
who
cool?
I want to be. Kaarin has been nothing but gracious and kind to me throughout this whole thing.
That's gone.
But also before this, and it proves like how wrong I got it. And I've been speaking with her directly because she's owed a direct apology as well as a public one. But she just instantly is so generous with her words to me in explaining things.
You don't like that joke?
And I don't deserve it, and I'm very appreciative. So basically hold me accountable for my behavior and bad actions, because this has been a massive learning moment for me, and I have plenty more to grow and learn from. Again, I'm so sorry to Kaarin and also everyone that this has affected, because I did not think about my actions and how this would hurt others.
Yeah. That was cringe as fuck. That's all I have to say. I don't think that she should have apologized.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I think it's that's pretty much my entire criticism there. Yeah. I mean, listen, is there any more
to this?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I just wanted your opinion on what you think.
I think that like
I think she copied her a bit.
Oh, she fucking. What are you talking about? A bit. She absolutely copied her. And if I got called out for copying, I would have told you go fuck yourself. Regardless of which woman I was, I would tell you to eat my balls. Like it doesn't matter. I would double down on my behavior. That's the thing. I don't care. One of my issues isn't really just behavior that people have. It's like they're pussyfooting around their behavior. Okay. Oh, this guy kind of stole my shit. And then you get backlash. I'm just kidding. I was a man. I would be like, nope. I am the realest motherfucker. This is the problem. Is you've decided to create an audience of pussies, right? Sometimes you got to put your foot down. You got to kick her in the pussy. You got to tell her, I'm not taking this shit. Politely, you know, that would have been it. Or what they really could have done was just collabed. If she wanted to look at it from an optics perspective, it would have been a little bit more intelligent of her. I think that, you know what part of it is, though, is I don't know what their follower count before this was, but there was probably an element of this, of jealousy from this Taybeepboop person, because this person seems like they were overtaking them in the first place. And so like, that might have been an element as well. So, yeah, that's it. That's really what it comes down to. Did you like that one? That was fun. I like that. That was a fun one. That's fun. That's fun when we do stuff like that. What do you think about that?
That one was fun.
Oh yeah. What? What's wrong?
I see the text in the video.
That's why I wanted to watch this one. Wait, okay. Okay, I wanted to watch this because I thought it was so preposterous, and I wanted to see what your perspective was on it, because it's a woman saying that, like, basically, I couldn't find the TikTok, so we're gonna like use this person's video, but we're only gonna like use the video, like the actual TikTok, and we're gonna skip through the person who is a duck.
Pretended.
Right. So, but I want to talk about this because it says they were homeless, I think, for 3 hours, and they learned it's just a choice, and I kind of want to hear it.
Okay.
So let's do it, baby.
Yesterday, I pretended to be homeless for 3 hours, and
That's what everybody does at Hot Topic that works there. They look homeless. So, and Spencer's. So
realized that if you're homeless, you're there by choice. It's just like any.
That's true though, because you could sit anywhere, but you decided to sit there. You could go be homeless somewhere else. And sometimes we'll throw you in jail if you're homeless. So.
Any other experience that we have in life. It's no worse or better than having a home.
Guys. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. We can't listen to the duck. But what do you think about that? It's no worse or better than living in a home. But she's telling me is that she lived outside and she thought it was just as good as a home. I don't know about you. I like having air conditioning. It's my best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But if we did live outside in the woods, we'd have more money for food.
With nowhere to cook it.
Yeah, you go homeless with the stove. You just don't have a home, but you could still have other things. Little stove, little propane tank. I don't know how you're gonna maintain a job without a place to stay. You know, we could actually probably do it because we're content creators. We could live homeless off the grid and make content about it. You want to do that? Be wilderness people?
No.
Yeah, my balls are already too sweaty. I couldn't imagine not showering for like a whole day.
I just watched a video about a girl who got trench foot when she went on vacation to the jungle.
I didn't know they had trenches in the jungle. That's incredible. All right, let's continue.
Ideas spread a little bit differently.
All right, shut up.
Now, I've talked about this before.
All right, this is just more silly goose commentary.
Them and spread.
All right, let's see. Is that it?
Be somebody isn't so in TikTok and somebody guilty.
All right, they're just talking over it.
Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Yesterday, I pretended to be homeless.
Oh, I guess we're just gonna watch the same fucking video again.
For 3 hours, and I realized that if you're homeless, you're there by choice.
True.
So this.
Oh my god! I wish I could just find the original. I should have fucking parsed through this video before I started it.
Yeah, I don't know what's the matter with you.
I don't know. I don't even know. I just feel disappointed in myself. I don't want to watch a duck fucking give us commentary on it. We might have to eat our own shit on this one and not even do this segment.
Oh no.
Are you upset about that?
Yeah.
Are you really? Are you fucking trolling me? You're an asshole. Just tell me what you think.
I love this segment.
All right. You know what?
I love this drink.
You're so mean to me all the time.
I love you.
You hate me. She doesn't care about the homeless segment, so you know what, guys? We're kicking it out. My wife hates me. She does not love me. She doesn't love me, bro. She doesn't love me. This is something you wanted me to watch.
We'll do that another time.
Why? You ready to get off?
I mean, yeah, unless you have anything else.
We have this right here. We have this video, and then I wanted to show you people that were making themselves taller through surgeries that make them disabled.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, that's what. So let's hold on. Let's at least do this one. My wife is getting burnt out here because she can't sit here for 2 hours in a full live stream.
I have a job I have to go to tomorrow morning.
I have a job that I have to do tomorrow morning. Me too. Whenever I want, on whatever schedule I'd like. Which one has it harder, do you think? You or me? I'll leave that to the audience to decide. Anyway, we'll make this our last segment then. So here we go. We got this girl, and my wife wants me to watch her. What?
Oh, okay.
What?
So this is another like TikTok drama thing that is about Disney princesses. And basically everybody is saying that the Disney princess is in the wrong and she's trained to do better and blah blah blah. I personally think that this girl, like, Cinderella was kind of bitchy, but this girl was fucking annoying.
All right, let's see.
And that's what my thought is.
Let's see what this is. We're not going to watch this, apparently.
It's on your phone.
We're going to watch it now. Sorry.
Time's a little bit irrelevant. The only thing honestly, I think this story time's a little bit irrelevant. The only thing I didn't put in the video was, me asking if she remembered her. I didn't antagonize her. Everybody thought that I was antagonizing her. I'll put the video, whatever. And, like, I'm a sarcastic person. Like, of course I know she wasn't yelling at me. Like, I felt awkward too, so I was just like, oh, she's yelling at me. I know she's not yelling at me. I'll put the video.
Is there another video before this or something?
Just think whatever you want. I don't care.
And Natalie.
I'm Laura.
Nice to meet you. Do you remember me from when I was like this big and like I came here with a picture with you and had a little about? Yeah, that's me. That is so sweet. You remember me? Well, I'm glad you came back because it's been quite some time.
I'm sure she does.
We meet lots of people every day in Disneyland. It's a little bit difficult to remember someone from a long time.
Yoga.
Oh, it's okay. She's so supportive.
Cinderella would never yell at you.
She loves you. If you would like to be respectful and have a portrait, you're more than welcome to. But if not, you are welcome to.
I was just kidding.
I don't really. What's the issue here?
So people are saying that.
What did you say at the end there? If you wanted, you could leave or something.
It's a little bit difficult to remember someone from a long time.
Yoga.
Oh, it's okay. She's so
Just like if you want to be respectful.
She loves you. If you would like to be respectful and have a portrait, you're more than welcome to. But if not, you are welcome to.
I was just kidding.
Okay, so what are the people complaining about?
See that first comment? She was so aggressive, and for what?
Who cares? Like, here's my thing. Like, the woman was joking, so like it wasn't a big deal. But then this girl just didn't get the joke, so it's not a big deal. Like, not everybody gets sarcastic jokes.
Yeah, that's what I was
it's
saying.
Not, it's like you made a sarcastic joke and someone didn't get the joke, and now you're acting like a victim. You're a pussy.
Yeah, like you're a grown ass woman going to talk to another grown ass woman in a costume, annoying her. So she got a little bitchy.
Yeah, and then you decided to put it on social media and try to like the end. The point of what she did here was to try to give this woman criticism. Like, to give the Disney person criticism. Like, why? Like, oh, somebody was having like, let's just say that the woman maybe she just had a bad moment. And she was like, hey, can you respect me or you can leave? Oh, no, someone's setting boundaries? Like, whoa, holy fuck! Oh, we gotta cancel this bitch! Like, that's what that's what I'm getting out of it. Like, you don't have to put every fucking moment that you feel is you being disrespected on social media. You can just shut the fuck up and complain to your fucking family, or your friends, or somebody who cares about you. And if you don't have those, then maybe fucking figure something out. I don't know. Go talk to like a fucking AI cell phone fucking thing. And it could be your girlfriend too. We have great technology. Go talk to but they go on TikTok. Oh, guys, look at me. I have like 10 followers. Oh, look, okay. All my followers are because I canceled the Disney girl. Oh, look at me. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Look at me. I'm so fucking popular. I canceled somebody. What is this?
Something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
Look at this. Oh, this is the same Cinderella I met in Disney, California. She's not good. You're a grown woman going to a fucking pretend castle to meet another grown woman that's probably younger than you, dressed up like a fucking cartoon character, to live some kind of a fucking privileged fantasy where you have too much money where you could spend fucking $5,000 for a goddamn trip, and you're gonna fucking complain because she didn't get your joke. Grow up. I love Disney. Sorry, I'm yelling.
Yeah.
But grow up. It's not that big of a deal. You could just be annoyed. Like, you know how many times I get annoyed every day? All the time. Do you know how many times I took to social media? 0. None of the times. You know why? Because I know that, like, I don't need to feel that. I don't need you all to validate how I feel about everything. It's just so stupid. I'm annoyed because it's like this weird cancel culture shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Get a personality. You're boring. This is your fucking struggle in your life? You're boring. You're fucking boring. There's a girl who put her foot in a bath full of fucking little things that ate her toes off. It was supposed to be a spa treatment. She's struggling a little more than you. You know, what's your biggest issue? I wanted to talk to Cinderella. And she didn't understand my joke. What if she has autism? What if this girl has, what if you're all being fucking ableist? What if she has a little bit of autism and she just doesn't understand sarcasm and now you're trying to cancel her? Look at you. I just fucking woke I became so woke right now. It's actually insane. My brain is huge. I'm fucking such an ally. I'm such a good person right now. Sorry, did you not get my joke, guys? Although, what if she really did have autism? Like, what if she just, like, struggles with social interactions or something? We don't know. It's not that big of a deal. You feel slighted? Okay. That's okay. What do you want me to do? Like this, to me, it's like I might as well, when I'm driving, get the license plate of every single person that, like, cuts me off or drives too slow and put it on social media and start complaining. That's where I'm at. That's this. This is what this is to me. It's just childish. I hope I would. I'd yell at you all the time.
So there was the ice tray that's supposed to be in the freezer.
Oh, it's a nothing. Is there
That's
more?
It. No, that's it. I just wanted your opinion on if you thought Cinderella was a bitch or not.
I don't care. Who cares? Cinderella's a person that established a boundary to me. I don't have to be congruent with every person. Again, literally, we are adults that are going to go pay too much money to go and hang out with people in costumes. Like, I'm not really that pressed about it. What's your thought?
Yeah, I thought this video was annoying.
Yeah, I feel like it must be really stressful for people in general that, like, just people that, like, will get recorded by anybody for just to be obnoxious. And these people don't know what the recording's for. Because for all we know, we're talking about somebody who's had probably like 100 interactions just in that day alone. And she might have had people disrespect her, and she had to assert like a positive boundary. And now maybe she just misconstrued this, and now we're all fucking weighing in on whether this woman should keep her job or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh shit. Like, wow, we're such good people. This is called virtue bullying. And I find it very annoying. So yeah, that's the end of my rant. Woo.
Boom.
Alrighty, guys. My wife is done for the day. What the hell is this? Oh, my wife is done.
You could keep going?
Yeah, I can keep going.
Oh my goodness.
We're only at 2.5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Well, my wife is done for the day, and that's okay. Because every day is a beautiful day. That rhymed a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how we're going to end the segment. All right, guys, thank you for stopping by. Make sure to follow everything in the description or something. And I love you.
We'll be back next Sunday.
We'll be back next Sunday.